fans lined up as early as 7 a.m. cheering on the RC car as he entered the arena. It's going to be an explosive day as we have our 7th and 8th seed sitting in the winners bracket finals. OpTic takes on Reach.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Also, we'll be sending 2 teams home to start the day, and 3 of them coming in have top 4 seeds. It's going to be a fun evening, everybody. Welcome into the main stage. I'm your host, Chris Bucket, alongside Chance, our special guest on the day. We've got Alex.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome.
History being made here in Kitchener as the number 7 seed. OpTic
Hopefully you guys are having a great day.
First spot in the grand finals. We've never had that in a winter final.
Yeah, it's been ridiculous. I mean, I think day 1, every single bracket got busted immediately. And I know OpTic fans are over the moon, but maybe even a little bit scared of the Boston fans because both of these teams playing with nothing to lose.
Allie, the fan base that may have had the toughest time, though, maybe the Thieves, because they just watched their squad win back-to-back titles. Now the Thieves no longer in contention here at
Of course, it doesn't want to work, bro.
It was unbelievable. It was the Vancouver Surge.
Always an issue going on.
It was the expectation that we had heading into an event like Champs, that we had heading into DreamHack, and unfortunately, LA Thieves, they get bopped out in that round number 1 and get met with the Vancouver Surge, who was feeding for a vengeance. 6 times these teams had matched up previously. Vancouver on the losing end every single time. They had to get one in the hoop hand.
Yeah, scared for the rest of the teams in this tournament, right? You talk about this Vancouver team 0-6 up against LA Thieves throughout the season, lost to them in a grand final, and we talked to Ray. They had a fear of names, something that they had to overcome, and well, they took it to them. Played LA Thieves on their 3 best maps, and everybody played so well. Came down to a stunning end, but they got it done in that control.
Absolutely, looking clean and letting their opponents know about it. Neptune yelling across the stage, telling Scrap, "You're going home, buddy." No longer in.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I just need to fix this real quick, and then.
After 6 beatings, they win round number
There
7.
goes.
The reward: you're taking on Toronto, who got 3-0'd by OpTic Texas Chance.
Yeah, and the fact that both of these teams have been struggling in S&D is very surprising, especially for being this late in the year. So you can't afford to have that from either side. And if both teams are struggling, that's the opportunity for either one to get that advantage.
And just how big is that upset? Well, let's take a look at the fan votes. 54.6% of our fan base thought LA Thieves were going to win it. Who is in that winners bracket finals? 1 match away from the championship fight. Boston Breach, who had a 0.1% fan vote. Only the owners were voting for this squad to go far out.
It's unbelievable.
It's
and
acting up.
it's search and destroys, which is insane to say because you look at the makeup of this roster and you instantly think respawn, right? Like, and you head into this event and the respawns have still been close. They've been winning controls, which is the difference maker between the top teams and everybody else right now. They're winning search and destroys. That's new one championships. And the hard points, the rewind hasn't been great, but both map 1s in their series, they easily could have closed.
That's gonna have to work for now. I'm gonna have to fix it later.
So for Boston Breach, they're in a great spot.
This is an organization that won 4 series
Let's
last year.
fix it right
It was
now.
a terrible year, one of the worst we have ever seen from a team. You know, they make this roster at EWC. They come into this year, and you're like, all right, maybe they could be like a top 8 team, get a couple top 6s. Now here at Champs, they have been locking down their search and destroys, and at the helm, it has been purged. He has been the shot caller in between rounds, making just beautiful calls, and then Snoopy spearheading it with the First Blood's impact plays. This team is firing on all cylinders, and you know they're looking across that stage at OpTic thinking, hey, we have a real chance to beat this team.
You can see the emotion there on the stage, and Lottie was fortunate enough to catch up with Cammy right after the win. Here's what he had to say.
Good job, man. I like to get 3rd or 4th because if I got 4th,
Cammy, big dub on the stage against Miami Heretics. First and foremost, top 3, looking pretty good right now in Champs. And second of all, you
I got too much going on right now.
that you are the easiest pick out of the 2.
Hopefully the mic is a lot better because I just put it together and everything.
I'm absolutely delighted, to be honest, to be in the spot that we are right now.
Be
There's
fine
still
for
a
now,
lot
and
to
I'll
do,
fix off
obviously, but
6
I'm delighted to still be here, honestly. People had us in F tier at the start of the year, so to be sitting in top 3 Champs is a great feeling.
Oh, 4th is the worst. Yeah.
Everything was working before I even started the stream, and now everything just doesn't want to work. That's how it goes.
Look at that lower bracket, though. Heretics, after falling to Boston, they will have to take on our number 2.
Like I said, I hope everyone is doing all right. I hope everyone is ready for today. We got OpTic versus Boston Breach later on tonight.
OpTic, is this a game that expected to go game 5? We've seen so many 3-0s, 2 of those from OpTic so far.
Honestly, probably not. I think from what we've seen, OpTic are looking not just great, they're looking completely dominant. They are blowing teams out of the water in
every single game mode. So
For
Boston
real,
might
they
be
are
on
blowing people out of the
SCB, but I think
water.
they're gonna bring the heat.
3-0 against FaZe and Toronto. Not expecting
now, we've been
it.
talking about Mercules. We've seen he's the top KD after day 1 and again after day 2. But Ant, in the green room, you said it's a different personality leading this squad. Who do you credit as the front man of OpTic right now?
Yeah, I'm going to go with who. I think he's had a sensational tournament, Chris. I mean, just some of the plays that he's making. He's such a nuisance on the map. And when he needs to,
And we
like,
got the
he's
boom arm
tapering it as
being
well,
delivered
like,
today,
and then
so
allowing his team
once
to go
that gets
deep
here, I'm
as
gonna try
well.
to
So
install
the
that
team
while
must be
we're
there. When you get to the nitty-gritty, looking at the minimap out
waiting
there,
for
these guys are
after,
playing flawless.
depending on what series going on.
That this is the highest level
After that
quality,
series,
highest
I'll
level
probably
Black Ops
install
6
the boom
we've
arm
seen
so I can
all
get
year
that
by
going.
any team through 2 series.
You got to remember that Hook won a world championship title with Shotzi. That was online back for Dallas Empire in 2020. Now looking to do it on land together in 2025. We had the opportunity to catch up with that man with the trigger finger, Shotzi.
Yeah.
Here's what he had to say
then,
after the win.
Yeah, going into that,
Shotzi, another unbelievable performance from you guys at Champs. I got to ask you about the time that it's taken to get to this type of level. I think every single series we're seeing you guys hit another stride. How imperative was that 3 weeks before Champs to get on the same page, to get to this level, to be able to perform like this at Champs?
Believe it or not, this team makes it super easy. I feel like other teams, it takes a while. This team, we immediately click. I don't know if it's a honeymoon or what, but we are just fine every single day. Yeah, we continue to do that.
We're coming into the third event here for Mercules, and we were talking historics. A guy named Miracles in his third event won champs. That was way back in Black Ops 2 back in 2013. Looking at this weekend's numbers, what is
See if I
OpTic
can-
accomplished?
I mean, they're obscenely impressive. Again, the 2 wins they have against 2 incredibly strong teams, and they're doing so in dominant fashion. And the fact that, as you pointed out, it's a rookie. Third event, he's on a 15. There's more pressure than anything. He is thriving in this environment. It's unbelievable.
Names not getting to him. Well, the names get to you. We'll mark your calendar with some of the big ones facing off tonight. 6 teams remain in the competition. We are about to send 2 home. The first will be either Atlanta FaZe or Miami Heretics. We're also going to see that elimination match round 3 at 7:30, and we will get all the way down to our final 2 teams at the end of Saturday night. We're going to a break. When we come back, elimination bracket day 3 is live from Canada. Lock in.
Well, this is the 30th anniversary of X Games and the first in Salt Lake City. What does that legacy mean to you? Is that a
Let's go. That's 30 years is a long time. My first X Games was 20 years ago, so I haven't competed for 15 years. That's been my mentality in the beginning. I stopped taking the risk like Jacko done, doing tricks and everything, and I just decided it was better. I mean, I wouldn't say I don't think the up there. I think something that isn't done like I'm either doing 2 or 3 900s in a row.
they're so light? They could just No, he's working hard, but I even said yesterday, like the age difference of the competitors, like it's interesting how they can all be allowed. I mean, it makes but, we have like 9. That's beauty. Whatever you do.
Jacko over here if you got the right bike.
Oh, there's something still playing in the background.
Start off the day, our first competitors are ready to take the stage. It's Miami Heretics with the number 5 seed taking on the number 2 seed Atlanta.
Playing in the background.
With 2 of the 4 trophies this season. Let's start though with the Heretics. You got 2 rookies, a sophomore, and a journeyman in medals. What have they shown us though? Because I was for sure expecting the squad to be in the winners bracket finals. They got upset by Boston last night.
Yeah, I'm impressed with like how competitive they're going to be though. Even with the upset rolling through, they're down 2-1 in the series. They battle back. They go down in the S&D.
Oh, it's Twitch that's playing. Twitch in the background.
Hellstorm. Who knows what could have been, but the fact that guys like Rank Corn Super on this stage, the rookies together on the day they're holding up the Rookie of the Year trophy, clutching 2v3s. They're just pure competitors. They have so much energy. A ton of fun to watch.
Yeah, I was watching my last video, and the audio on the Razor Black Shark is just not cutting it.
That was their issue the entirety season long.
I played this back, and it's a lot better.
Is not clutching up near the end of some
A lot
of these
clearer.
series. So versus Atlanta, this is going to be tough.
All right, try and finish in 4 may be the key for this squad. On the other side, you have Atlanta FaZe, who does not want this series to go deep. They want to bounce back and make a statement because they are looking to start a run all the way to the championship match. Kidraza, Celium, Simp, and Abizi right.
Hey, if y'all are watching this as a live stream, definitely let me know who you think's going to win and who you have winning. If it's a YouTube video, let me know in the comments what you think
And you know, you look at how they played yesterday.
is going to win, or who do you want to win.
Right? But you're going to need a little bit more out of Simp and
We got
Josh. They've had a
Championship
slow
Sunday
tournament thus far. This is
tomorrow.
where they need to get active.
Let's take a look at our maps and modes, Chance, as we are going to see Hacienda was available.
I thought I was going to be late today, but no, I was kind of on time. So,
I'll spoil it for you. At least my prediction.
and we got first maps for the first map. We got Skyline Hardpoint, Protocol S&D, Protocol Control, Rewind, and Red Card.
A little surprised to be rolling through. Miami wants to square up, but the Protocol Control, that to me looks like devastation. 16-4 record for Atlanta FaZe, the clear-cut best team in the game on that map, and Heretics chose it.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke with Methods, you know, talking to them a little bit about their approach towards it. Atlanta FaZe was one of their scrim partners prior to this event. You know, you want to scrim teams on the opposite side of the bracket, so they wanted to throw Atlanta off.
Before I even started the stream, I was trying to set up those
very good map pools, so we'll see what tricks they have.
end tables that I had, but
It's time to get your thoughts here. It's time to lock them
at
in.
first it was 30 minutes, and then it switched to 4 minutes for the stream to start.
Atlanta
So
FaZe. Miami
I'd
might
put it
think they're
away and
cooking with that 1-7
hop
protocol
on.
control, but I don't think so.
Chance?
I have so much faith in Heretics, but not for a Protocol Control like that. I think Atlanta FaZe slam them.
Atlanta FaZe based on the maps.
Yeah, I mean, the maps say
Atlanta
otherwise,
FaZe
but I'm still
slamming
going to
them.
stick to my guns. We're going
Yeah, I
Miami
think
Heretics.
FaZe got
they get
this.
done in 5.
This map one is everything for Miami.
Atlanta FaZe got knocked out top
Be a
6
close-
last year after being
feel like
the
it's gonna be
best
close
team
game, but
all
I think
regular
FaZe
season.
take
I
it.
think we get the OpTic FaZe Grand Final that everyone's been talking about online. FaZe starts their road right here. With that said, the fans are angry. Blaze, it's your time to shine.
I'm ready to see how angry these fans can get, also how happy they can get, because it's day number 3 here at Call of Duty Champs, and it's time to send 4 more teams home till we get to the grand finale tomorrow. But now these 2 squads coming to the stage is ready to set the day off right. Everybody get ready to make some noise for Atlanta FaZe and the Miami Heretics.
I mean, both these teams have nothing but storylines. Atlanta FaZe still looking for another ring after swapping out their 4th
Almost
member
out of my
time
favorite
and time
monster.
again. And on the flip side, you have the Miami Heretics. They're made up
I think
of
Vikenberry and the
of
creamsicle is the best.
rookies, and they have
Best
no
flavor so
expectations
far.
heading into this season, and they have some top 3 placings. This should be a banger, Ant.
Yeah, at Major 3, Miami knocked Atlanta out, and then at Major 4, Atlanta was able to take the dub. Who will win this final battle here at Champs in the losers bracket?
Man, this series is tied 1-1 when it comes to land, but here at Champs, we're about to break it. It's Miami versus Atlanta, and it's about to go down. So, Merc, Maven, let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Yeah, this has been an incredible matchup throughout the year. It's been a pain point, it feels like, for FaZe at times because some of the strengths you have for the Miami side. But I joked with you, like, listen, I'm not the knowledgeable guy you are. But if I had 5 tries to pick the best of 5 map set, I would not have gotten this right. Yeah, it was that unexpected to me.
I mean, we were all freaking out in the green room, right?
Yeah.
1 p.m. We got the maps early, and yeah, big surprise, right? 2 protocols. Obviously, Miami won it yet, or won it
in the past, but allowing that to sort of come through, they veto Hacienda control.
You gotta be close.
Hacienda hard point was open.
I would have
Gotta be close to my order.
Like on my life. I thought for sure we were going to.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of question marks, but they obviously know something, right? I mean, this is what you prep for. This is what that month was for, to expand the map pool, and well, they're going to trust in one another.
They've been grinding it. This has been a big matchup. You've had just scrims leading up to this event. There's so much data these two organizations have against each other in preparation for this event. Heretics think they've got something up their sleeve. But yeah, when you look at the overall best of 5, it is definitely favoring FaZe in that regard. Coach Crowder on the stage trying to get the boys dialed in and playing at the level he knows they can. That's just been the question mark for these guys over the years. What FaZe are we going to see? Because when they're playing at their peak, they are near untouchable. We just don't see it all that often.
Yeah, this is the round they lost last year, right? To finish at a top 6. This is a day, if you're one of these losers teams, you could have 3 matches, right? You can get hot, right? But it is going to be a long day, right? You're going all the way to the final, potentially.
Yeah, and the top 6 was surprising because you think, what, like, what's up at Abizi? They come in, they win a champs, they get a second, they win a champs, they get a second, they get a top 3. Like, they've been making deep runs in champs. You're averaging a place of like 1.5 or whatever it is. And then last year, that top 6, you get back-to-back top 6s, like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, a lot of question marks. You saw there in the hard point. I mean, one of the pain points for them on the year, just sort of this 50-50 win these close games. Very much this rotation-heavy team now. 0% breaks, but you're going to need a couple here on Skyline.
Celium, his hard point
1.4 KD.
Only played a couple, but he's got
First in KD.
Leading in that regard.
Averages 24 kills per match.
Shooter, but yeah, I mean, it's Simp and draws.
And 157 per match.
I think Simp is the most important player to this team. I think you're so used to his consistency that the struggle.
Yeah, Skyline first map is going to be a
he
banger.
got slammed, especially in that OpTic series. I think he's got to turn it around. This team's going to make a run to a final because it's a massive day. They might play 3 matches today. You need everybody locked, especially Lord Sim.
Yeah, and then draws, right? Because he's been like their consistent guy since being on this roster, right? Just someone you can rely on. And yeah, a 0.8 for him. He's got to step it up. But here we go. FaZe, Heretics, trying to stay alive at champs.
Right into the fray on Skyline. So far, so good for FaZe. They'll find basically every kill outside of Super and get into the hard point here early. We'll see what Zep's going to be able to do from this position. As his teammates try to fan out, lock it down, also play for the flip. He won't be able to soak up too much time, but he'll get 15 on the board to get us started. Now the gunfight's here, top middle. Minimap, still Heretics holding.
Well, yeah, it's actually Abizi, right? He gets that quick trade, so you're almost already 30 seconds on this P1 for FaZe. Abizi's going to hit another one, so big gunfights by the SMGs.
Trade's going on here. Super
now
with the
15 seconds left. You're looking for your avenue, maybe to push on up.
Finally got into though.
It's Real, who find 3 dead in the feed, but the Sim find the timing. And here we go. He's going to find that timing. Potential map flip right before this P2 is about to pop.
And it's not a potential flip, it is a flip. Simp able to get 2, flip out Heretics, and his teammates get the rest of the kills, and that's about as good as it's going to get early in this Skyline for FaZe. They needed perfection here early to just get rolling. They've started slow, especially when you look to Thursday. Look for that not to be the case here. You're going to lose 2 players, so the pressure immediately going to be to Simp and Cell. Cellbell ready for it, able to get 2. We'll see if Simp can get 2 as well to hold, but he's just going to play from the point.
Yeah, well, the Cell's 2 kills just massive. Hangs down a close spawn, so you have the reinforcements. Heretics are making this messy. You're going to see the spawn out is coming in now. Now it's down to Cell. He's able to find one, just playing his life. So tough to track down, but keeps them off the hill. And maybe a chance now for Abizi and Simp to fight for these final 20 seconds.
Trying to pick up the cuts first and foremost. I thought the movement may be there for Abizi, but just going to take down one.
They still getting points.
Clean this up, but they'll get the time. They'll get it to 50 points. Get the final few seconds. And Celium MacArthur is shooting here early. 9 and 4 start from him. P3 ready to pop. And Heretics, you're averaging 7 points a hard point. It's got to get better. It's got to get better soon.
Yeah, and listen, when you look at the sort of overall records for both of these teams,
that's 3 down for FaZe. All 4 down.
They haven't played too often. And we're on the FaZe side.
That was a good clear from Miami. Probably get some points here to tie it up.
They are working on, but FaZe right now trying to break this P3. Let's hear the comms from Atlanta FaZe.
I don't see you. I don't see you.
I'm playing deep.
Come mid, you. One shot, bottom mid, right court. I got it. In closet, missing super. There's two. One shot, low right. Two. Nano, this one is Nano, stay up. He's behind last guy, the G-spawn behind me. I have top mid.
Someone back. One's in kitchen. One's kitchen.
Top T.
Zach, get two.
Top T. Left side, Zach. Two black. Back right, top zone again. You're better, Zach. You're so much better. Take me back right. Back right, guys. We can see on the way, Cree, on the way, Stop. Try and get out, guys. Try and get out.
Yeah, trying to get out. I'm trying to help you on that. I'm holding one.
Zach, go here.
They're not hitting this.
Super bottom, dead. Get you. One man weak. Nice, 3 out.
That's 3 down.
3 out. Nice, 3 out, guys. I don't see mold. Go 5 meter out.
Zach, stay alive.
I'm repitching top mid. Give me up. Nothing top wall. They're flying through.
I kill you. He's going for
Bottom bed.
Listen, the beginning of
Oh, that's big. Oh my gosh, that was close.
But he's still gassing the boys. The energy is there. It's very
FaZe doing well right now, up 80 points.
They want to be fired up, and then from then he doesn't die the rest of the listening.
Yeah, showing you why he's one of the best flex players as well. On top of it,
Taking out a BZ.
multiple ARs, earning that streak, and now with 10 seconds left, they're gonna get them off P1 plus flip spawns. It's just down to super.
Yeah, it's 3 down for FaZe.
BZ's hunting him down, but he should have done enough. Well, actually, all the spawns are here for FaZe. I don't know if you're gonna expect this if you're.
Dang, that was a good spawn.
So a little bit of help there from the game, and FaZe now set up at P2.
One of those crazy situations.
FaZe can hold this.
First spawn. FaZe get it, blessed a bit, and now battling around the point. You saw bodies here, though, for Heretics. Draza, who's been the hot hand, we'll see what he can do. Simp trying to chain together a couple. He will come up short. The reinforcement's going to get slammed as well. So 4 dead. Good moment for Heretics. The moment they desperately need it. Down about 70. They need to make a run.
Yeah, and I think, one of the...
Yeah, they need to hold this hill, and they need to get next hill as well.
They were winning those skirmishes. A lot of the time, someone's dying on the hill. Someone over peaks gets caught sprinting. And they were just kind of running away with the game a bit. That's how they want to play. Well, set your guys up. And I mean, just look at the top right? The scoreboard. Everyone is involved right around the same
Yeah, it's
numbers.
pretty even.
So good stuff for FaZe, but Heretics not out of it yet.
Yeah, and listen, this FaZe team wants to play like Discipline COD. They want to play the right way, but sometimes when they're at their best, they're just shooters, bro. Like, they're just gassing each other up, and they're frying you off the map, trying to do that early, but it seems like Heretics now maybe starting to make a little bit of a run. Slow down this FaZe team. So it's going to be on the FaZe response and how far Heretics can maybe push this.
3 down.
We heard the comms from FaZe. They were fired up, but it's Heretics rallying in the comeback. Let's hear Heretics now.
Cuidado las rocas. Cuidado el pin de Jim, No suena nada, rocas. Está tomar el IC,
Y muro de Jim, absoluto Jim. Absoluto Jim. Hay una pasarela.
Hay un P3 hacia
Hay un P3. Bueno, hay otras pasarelas, chavales. Vete arriba, muertos, cámara, dale. Roca arriba, no sé qué hace.
Cuidado single también,
Ahí en fondo, van fondo, mirar al fondo. Ahí está, otro va a ser la abuela, conmigo. Maniquero, muerto. Lo mato yo, muerto. Sí. Te escucha, tengo yo el pan. Da rocas, no
Sì, sì, sì. Vengo forte, sì. Jimmy single, ¿vale? P1 y single estaba. Single era... Vale, single. Sí, 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 te voy. El cabo abajo está... No, single. Single.
15 points separate them.
I need a translator or something that just... I have no idea what they're saying. But Miami is actually coming back, so they're only down 20 points right now.
He's still dancing, dipping, and diving. They're able to get away from him for now.
Yeah, I mean, you would love to hold on to spawns if you're FaZe, but you also got to break this hill, right? We know how much time you can earn at this P1, and now you are within 10 seconds if you are Heretics. Great job at that P4. 2-2 split spawn. They're able to find all the kills. They read the spawns. That gives them this time. And here we go. Heretics right back into it.
Right back into it and taking the lead. They've been trailing throughout the entire game. They're going to go in front now. And Metals battling from the point.
Oh, it's 3 down for FaZe. That might be a lead change again.
Right back in. They've held spawns throughout this, but now can you get the time and hold the spawn? Simpy's got, what, 3 or 4 to deal with. On a flank, it's going to be a
Miami's got the spawns right now. It might be a lead change again. Well, if FaZe can clear them out right now.
You'll shut down the last for now. P2 popping. 45 need for the dub.
Yeah, can you finally turn this into a little bit of a cleaner hold? I feel like
FaZe clear him out.
Here for FaZe, they haven't had map control. Can you get someone pushed out? The answer so far, finally, yes. But Sim's going
could be a map right now.
What's so difficult about this? You gotta watch the zip.
Oh, there's a double kill.
And while Drazi's on 5 in a row. A BZ Sim, they did it, and now look at Celium's position. They know exactly where Miami's coming from.
BZ trying to scurry away, can't do it. 20 now needed for the dub. Heretics feeling the pressure and flying forward. Do they have a miracle in the back pocket? Droz has continued to hold on a streak again. Still the Hellstorm in the back pocket. If that's going to be needed, he's finally going to drop. We've only got 15 or so remaining.
Miami is going to get this last bit of points here. He just got to come down to this last hill right here.
Yeah, I mean, that Hellstorm is just, I don't know where it's really going to help you, right? These next couple of hills is Real and Rentor starting to get going now. Rentor's on a 5er. You go for it one last time at that P2.
Rentor with Metals with the RC.
If you are FaZe, you have to break your kitchen.
That's big. If you can get that Hellstorm, that'd be massive.
We get deep into this one. Some big one-on-one gunfights going down. Metals tagged up and able to win it. A nade gonna hit for Heretics as well. Still inside, still fighting. Maybe a wild finish to another hard play between these teams. You know they have the 250, 249 on Hacienda.
Yo, this is crazy.
Lead change back to Heretics. Still enough time on the hard point here to get the dub. Trade is in
big
for
kill.
FaZe. Here comes their next big push. Finally not staggered.
Oh.
Maybe another moment to get in. They're able to find the kills outside of Rancor. The rookie of the year trying to step up. He's able to get 2, but will that be enough? Not enough time now for FaZe to get the win, but enough time for Heretics to close it out.
Yeah, it's down to Celium. He's able to find 2. Maybe that's enough, but it's Rancor with 3.
Oh my god, Rancor with the triple kill. That's game.
FaZe can't get in. Heretics.
Holy shit. That's crazy. FaZe had the massive lead, and then Miami just comes back to win it. Another upset.
Another insane one between these two lineups. All right, the lead got to what? It was like up 70 or so early in this, and then I don't know, 30 to 40 between them. A couple of lead changes once we got deeper into it, but it's really just spawning them out of old P2, like at the beginning of that P3. I mean, it was brilliant there.
Yeah, somebody hit Zip, right? But he was all by his lonesome for FaZe. The other 3 players were thinking about rotation. Then you lose numbers. And then you just saw it was like this 2x2 push. You never waited for each other if you're FaZe.
Yeah.
And when the
panic a bit.
Gets to like 235 to 220, it just slows down, right? FaZe, no, we have to wait for each other. Let's use our nades. And that pressure builds up every single time.
I mean, I thought they finally they finally took a breath and got the break.
It just took, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah, no, it really
took
did.
So long.
It really did.
And then you get another multi-kill from Rentor towards the end.
It feels like Rentor got like 8 kills here at this P3 at the end. I don't know what it was exactly, but felt like he got so many, but let's watch it again.
Yeah, so what? Sell him, he's going to drop. Metals is doing a great job just all over the map. You take another one-on-one. So BZ and Simp are both dead. Now you're in the middle of the map if your draws in Cell. It's sort of like, all right, we got to wait for them to spawn on up. But then Celium is going to go. Same with draws. And again, it's just two at a time. Two at a time. You are never together as a four. Finally, you're like, all right, somebody's got to take a route. That's going to be Simp. He's going to wait for his teammates. All right, now you can finally go, but look how much time's off this clock already. Around 35 seconds. Now the pressure's very much there. But Rentor somehow is able to get this multi-kill. Everyone then looks at him, and it's all about the flood. Players still weak from Rentor. Metals put some shots in, and, well, they're just able to win it again.
Well, he had 2 in that first multi, 3 here to seal it. I think he was -10 or so at one point. I mean, FaZe were all like positive 3 to 5. They led the slaying margin throughout everything outside like the last 2 hard points, it feels like. And then as we've seen Miami do so many times, they hit another gear, they get fired up, they make the run. I mean, this FaZe team, I think, no strangers to losing map 1 hard point. So they've been
Close
in this
game.
position more often than not.
Pretty
But
even.
the overall game flow, yeah, he got up about
Size
60
P1 right there on
It's real tight down.
5th P1.
And I think the key is really that second
Started
P4
getting away from them, but then they brought it back.
68. FaZe also had the rotation.
Oh, they had like the perfect setup. And like they pushed out almost too far.
So far, yeah, and it just felt like then what happened is you had this sort of 2-2 split from FaZe where they're, 2 players are back before. You're waiting for your teammates off spawn to get involved, and they just lost every gunfight.
Yeah, well,
you're just sitting there.
Skyline's always a hard map to play. Anything can go.
Yeah. The second they started to lose some of those key gunfights, it just slipped away from them completely. I mean, I thought you called it right. Like at the end there, like Sip was finally the person that was like, all right, put on the brakes, take a breath. But it was like 20, 30 seconds that gone by.
Yeah.
Like, those hearts just start to beat faster. The pressure is mounting more and more, and things slip away. Incredible clutch there from Heretics. Yeah, no stranger to wild hard points between these 2 squads. A lot of similarities, really, between these 2 teams.
Yeah,
and
it's
now
like
the
the
search and
same
destroy
thing on the FaZe side, right? I mean, they've lost or won close hard points all year.
Yeah,
But this is why they select Team B. When they talk about vetoes, they like 2, 3, and 4 being their map pick. So at the end of the day, that's one way to look at it. It's Miami's map pick. They win it.
Yeah, true.
It's your stuff.
100%. I mean, that's part of why FaZe like to play Team B. They come and steal that map 1. They feel like they're winning the series without question. But a lot of times they go in the 0-1 hole. That's when they'll bring it back. We've had a lot of series this year where they win it 2, 3, 4, and then the series is done. So nothing that shocking yet. I just think it's shocking just based on how FaZe were up early. You're up 70. You're leading the slang. You come out hot, which I think you need to on a map like Skyline. You just you let Heretics stay in it. You knew they were going to make a run at some point.
It's just been their hard point all year, man.
Yeah, no, it really has. It really has.
Protocol S&D.
All right.
Like FaZe likes to run down there and plant instantly, so I'm expecting them to do that a lot.
The man has been brilliant. Different kinds of pressure on these 2 teams. Like in one way you want to say Heretics, this has been like their best year ever, right? Like you're not feeling a lot, but you are. You've got some young players. The pressure is huge.
Listen,
for FaZe.
both of these
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, it's right.
That's
It's
what
there for
they're
the picking.
thinking.
It's there for the
That's
picking.
what they're thinking.
There for the taking, however you want to phrase it. Bye. Proto, back-to-back now in our maps 2 and 3. As good as FaZe have been here, I mean, OpTic beat them up on it. They did their homework. They were prepped for it. Simp couldn't really get anything going where he could be a difference maker here at A. We'll see if Heretics are able to do some of the similar plays. Now, this is going to be, okay, well, utility not going to hit, but Abizi going to get caught. 3 versus 3. Remember, no trophies here in the round 1, so the utility can be huge. Just hopefully use it against your opposition, not against your teammates. Massive one-on-one win there from Super. Simp now, last one up, 1 versus 1. 20 seconds to go. A huge one in Rancor! The Ice Master at the end of the hard point, taking it right into the search and destroy. At first, I'm thinking AR in hand, like Simp has probably got this, but that is not the case at all.
No, he's able to find a jackal, and you kind of said it. Right, all the nades are flying on in, and the one difference was that like Abizi tries to get active, and instead he gets caught. But here you can see nades start to fly on through. Team nade happens, and yeah, maybe that round's a little bit cleaner, but it doesn't matter because Rentor, he clutches on up in the 1 versus 1.
Great start here for Heretics. Calm the nerves. Maybe They slow you down a little bit. You're riding high off that crazy. You come from behind, winning map 1.
All right, I'm back.
But 2 kills in the opener for Rancor. God, he has been special. They'll look to get right back to it, but well, they tried to get across top mid, and they are met by FaZe. They're ready for that push, and it gets shut down.
You're going to need to see this from FaZe on their offense and on their defense, right? So many teams, they know how they like to play this. We know how they like to play this map, so you have to throw in some different looks here and there. I think that's why you saw Abizi try to go top spiral and catch them off guard instead of their standard setup. You're seeing it here on defense, just through the top middle, as Sim trying to close out this round, the 2 versus 4.
He's just playing his life and hoping the ARs help him out. Just backing him up, all on Rancor now. Clutches in round 1, but best of luck in this one. 1v4, position known. See if he can take down a couple of players. They're not giving him anything for free.
No, he's just hanging out at this time.
I don't know about this, Rancor.
30 seconds. Has everybody to deal with from the FaZe side.
He's like, guys, get a one-on-one.
Yeah, you're done.
No, you're not going to get that at all. So, good answer back by FaZe. Yeah,
Kind of trapped in that building there.
They don't want to, you know, they dealt with it, Thursday? Like, Shotzi getting across top mid, getting in behind enemy lines quickly. They're trying to make sure Real's not able to do that. We saw a matchup with Heretics versus Breach. Just if Purge or Snoopy can get across, if Real can get across. Like, that mid-map and the timings can be insane. You're trying to distract the window guy, try to get somebody through. Nobody got through.
Nobody from the side of Miami. Now, do FaZe just go to the old-fashioned A-hit with the trophies? Do they throw a curveball in there? We will see.
Don't look like it.
Nade's going to connect, and Abizi's going to have to slow down here. The trophy was just a second late. He's going to spot Real. Reposition. Now you need your teammates to get here.
I was thinking at some point someone's getting an angle to help him out, but they're able to use the nades, just isolate Abizi. Yeah, he gets out to mid with 50 HP. I don't know if he ever gets back to full. Now Real's just
both weak.
Finding kills. He tags up both players. Sip has to scurry away. He gets tagged up, so no trade going to be there.
He's got pop camo or something. Nobody's going to look at him. I think he catches 2 players with nades in their hand, but yeah, 2 versus 4 now. And this is the problem when different plays like this don't work out. It is just an easy read. So now, FaZe, you're thinking
Miami played that really well.
Day on offense.
And I don't know if Dage just hit before a trophy was out, or if the
the first one did.
Yeah. That kind of threw everything out of whack. That one nade alone might have thrown everything they were trying to do out of whack. And I just kept thinking of Easy, like, stayed alive long enough. Somebody was going to get a pick, but that was not the case at all. Great round there, out of Heretics. Well, Graza, I mean, despite the slow start in map 1, he had a map, I think, led the lobby in damage, like 4,500. How the fans bothering him too much. He's been hearing it, well, basically his whole career.
Perfect trophy throwing, because that nade would have killed him.
It's not going to happen. Cell has eyes, and that's going to be a big engagement or just cross we're going to talk about throughout this.
Yeah, there's been nothing really on offense so far.
Well, the timing, he just dropped down.
To get positions
to get in those, to get in those spots. The AR's locking it down. But still a winnable round here in a 3 versus 4. FaZe just going to group up, make sure you have somebody to trade with. Cell going to hear that door.
And Rancor is trying to kind of keep him honest.
This could just be down to Cell to get info, but he's got to play his life. Now info.
Watch your left door,
so
Cell.
He's got the help.
Got the help, got the trade.
Okay.
Then some. Cell able to get 2, plays that perfectly. I mean, he gets the first blood. Yeah, it's a team game, but a lot of that's got to go to Cell in that round.
And that's just adjustments, right? Because even, you look back at the OpTic series, what happened a number of times, Shotzi, he would take those mid routes, get behind Cell, or just throw off their timings. That time, Cell made sure none of that happens.
We'll see how things go top middle this time through.
Yeah, I think we're going to go down to A.
Yeah, maybe we just get down to A and get to our standards, kind of avoid that. Because it is just so, I don't know, I feel like they think if they can get up there, things are a little more predictable, whereas it's just so timing based.
They're going for it again?
Yep, they sure are.
Trying to switch it up.
He's going to take damage again.
Taking their little A route like they used to.
Going to tuck away for now, but the info is there. Abizi just looking to be a threat, similar to what we kind of saw Rancor end up doing.
mean, they could get an easy plan if they started doing their A strat.
Down low. It looks like it's Metals and Super. There's the shoulder, the information for Abizi. And well, now Draza's looking over his teammate. So a lot of the map to work with, a lot of time to work with if you are FaZe, but they're going to try to flood on in, but they are so weak. Yeah. The trade's not effective until they are from the ARs.
Yeah, as I say, Sim's got to trade that, but he got ripped at 28 HP. Rancor now, can he clutch again? Not happening. Cell not missing. Taking over in back-to-back rounds. They needed to trade those, and Cell and Draza able to do it. I think 2 for both of them. Is the ARs stepping up in the search.
Just got that, I don't know, man. Just knows every timing on the map. Looks so difficult to deal with. And
Spidey senses tingling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought when Abizi and Sim both got mowed down crossing, I'm like, whoa, there goes the round after you got the blood. They're able to control it, take the 3-2 edge now off the back-to-back rounds. So offense back to Heretics. And they're going to just get down low. I mean, the mid-map cross has not worked. Real's been blooded.
Everybody from FaZe is here.
Couple of pushes. They're here. Superdra's going to get slammed, though. There's going to be a team kill, but a team kill may
absolutely
not matter.
slam.
Oh,
One guy left.
Now. He's on 5 straight. He has been clutch. He has some wild clutches this year, but this one going to be tricky.
There's a lot of back and forth going on.
He is on 5 in a row, so it's one of those questions. Do you just want to play your life? Or
Yeah, I would play my life to get those streaks.
He's going to go for it. And well, he's going to get cut down. Not worried about the Hellstorm. It was all defense to start now back-to-back.
He must have an RC car.
Yeah, and that's where FaZe can be so good, but you're just usually relying on Sim or Abizi to at least get one. They get nothing. I mean, the only thing they really get is the team kill that comes through.
And that's kind of the key, right? I feel like both times we've seen them on this map, a lot of the times it's sort of Sim clutching on 1v1s or finding multi-kills. He just has not had that success.
It feels like every time we've watched it, like he'll pick the top box or he'll pick the opposite corner. It's like whatever he has been standing at, that's the first check. It just has been. I don't know if that's a prep thing, if that's just a bad luck thing, but wherever his position has been on some of these, like that has been the first check and he's just been slammed.
Everybody here is from Miami. All 4 players go outer towards big door. Well, I think maybe you get this information.
Yeah, try the ace try. That didn't work.
Maybe had to be.
Everyone's down there except for Rancor.
What they see, they'll wrap it out. Heretics getting aggressive. Seth gonna get shut down. No openings for him. Been silenced and search and destroy. Abizi going to fall. Heretics looking to get back-to-back rounds, and it's gonna be on Draza and Cell now to clutch.
Right, so it's 3 big door. Rancor, he was top mid. So the one guy watching that cross to be was able to find that first blood. So that is massive. And then he buys enough time for his teammates to get in a different position. Super can then help out with the AR to give them this 4-on-2 advantage.
Not going to catch him. Super almost wins it. Super down to 5 HP, but all on Cell now, just trying to get back to full. Only 20 seconds to go. Doesn't have bomb. Some great tags in.
Tagging everyone, okay. Oh.
Sells a little bit more time. Maybe he makes something happen, but gets a couple of kills. Not really going to matter. That is a big round for Heretics. As you said, Rancor, the one guy not there. His first blood, everything.
That just, yeah, FaZe just not sticking with their sort of A aggression they normally do on offense. If they see some presence here, they've been backing away, trying to wrap maybe towards B or through top mid. The problem with, it's just Rancor. You have to either trade that player or send them numbers at it. You just kind of stall out inside of your base.
Yeah, I feel like things don't go that well when they have to wrap it out. Well, when they end up like finding opening on B and getting stuff, sure, but like when they wrap it out, they're like flirting around plat and stuff, taking their time. I don't know. It never seems to go that well for most teams. A huge round now as Heretics have the 1-round edge, looking to find a little bit of a cushion. They have top mid control, but the plant is in for Heretics. Trophies are out.
Another quick.
Bar is going to be in as well.
Plant.
Super trying to get some tags in. Here comes the push and slide. Real trying to find the angle. He's going to get shut down. Numbers.
There's the trades.
To Heretics with the 2 from Rancor. It's all going to be on Celium. He's going to get tagged
Oh no.
and Heretics now a round away.
FaZe about to be 2-0-2 right now.
You get the first blood. You get the player who's going on the flank. You have a 3 versus 2, and it's this man again who finds
the double to give them the man advantage. Then he finds the third in the round, and now that's 3 rounds in a row here for Heretics.
Oh, Rancor has been
FaZe go down.
through these first 2
FaZe
maps.
And
loses.
when's the last time we've seen like FaZe outplayed this often inside of the A bomb site?
No, 100%.
What? So what an upset.
Just not having a good weekend. On this map and mode too, like not finding the success he's found all year long. They are shutting him down. I mean, his stats have been unbelievable considering he's the bomb carrier, but he's just been silenced. Right into
Slide
it.
into each other. Slide into each other.
Zip already out of it.
Oh my god, I think it's over.
They're getting mowed down. It's an awkward engagement.
That's crazy.
there.
0 and 2.
All the success they have had is just gone. They're pinched in, trapped in, shut down.
Oh my god. Rancor just killed 3. No, and he still lost, bro.
What just happened? I got no idea. He must have just threw it down the elevator shaft to all 3 players there. Siri,
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh boy.
Oh, what are we witnessing? What the hell was that last round? You nailed it. I think they slide into each other. It's just awkward as they go to challenge. Where they have been like synchronized swimmers on that A push. That is not what we saw from FaZe at all. Heretics up. Heretics coming up in the clutch in all these moments. Rancor cementing his Rookie of the Year status. We'll watch it one more time.
Just,
They're all down
he
low,
just,
right? It's just a nade.
oh my god.
It's a nade from Rancor.
Just threw it down there. I was hoping for the best. Gosh,
Not have landed in their pocket any better.
at least they killed one of the FaZe members before they died, because then it would have been a 2v1 and they probably would have lost that round.
2 first bloods to go with it.
Look at the tiny terrors, man.
Yeah, no, Sip 1 and 7. Like, dude, he's getting just ever since really. He had a really good start to Major 4, but then like the grand final, he couldn't get anything going in Search against Thieves. Like since then, bro, in Search, he's just been getting fried. I don't know what's happening to him, but it's not good.
And yeah, we've been kind of questioning. I mean, the last time these 2 teams played on this map, it was 6-4 FaZe at the last major, but Miami, they stick with their guns. They keep getting better at this. We have the plan. We just have to execute. Well, that time, able to do it now up 2-0, and FaZe 1 map away from finishing top 6 once again.
Backs against the wall. I mean, I guess the good thing for FaZe is that you got this proto control, but now I'm wondering,
is it? I don't
maybe
know.
it's not. With the way they're playing, with the way Heretics have come out swinging, Heretics seemingly know what they're doing. But the silver line you have is like your best control.
Probably
You got your hard point pick coming up, maybe your best hard point. Then you can get to a map 5, which Red Card is a solid one for them as well. But like, you're in an 0-2 hole, maybe looking at back-to-back top 6s at champs. FaZe in trouble. They might be done. We'll see if that's the case. Before the map 3, though, Des, take us through it.
Oh, buddy. Nameless is over here smiling up 2-0 as everyone else went with the safe pick Atlanta FaZe. Miami Heretics are kicking. What happened in that search and destroy, Ant?
I mean, Miami is unbelievable. Some of the play calls, I mean, we're all going through Lighthouse, going down low, instantly trading everybody. FaZe just look uncomfortable. I mean, you saw some of FaZe's offensive pushes trying to go over towards mid-gun. The tiny terrors just getting picked off left and right. Man, Miami came to play today. They're smothering them.
Allie, let's take a look at some of the highlights because Rancor has another 2.0 search and destroy game. He makes sure his teammates do not with that final grenade. But along the way, some big picks, some nice first bloods from the Heretics, and some great doubles from Rancor and crew.
That
Guy's a perfect flex. I mean, he
kill
is
against his teammates, he's got a more than a 2 KD.
In hand, and it's kind of back to Atlanta FaZe down. There were so many times where FaZe was just full setting it mid, just allowing themselves to get picked off for free from the side of Miami Heretics. This is not the Atlanta FaZe that went 12 and 5 on Protocol Search and Destroy.
Honestly, I'd be a little bit embarrassed if I'm Atlanta FaZe in the sense that you're unable to go to B at all. You try to go to P when you get cut down, try to go to mid gun, you get cut down, and it just like, it puts a bottleneck on the map. It's very easy to defend the A side if you're going to stack it, and the fact that guys like Rancor in the top windows are gunning you down on the cross, like Atlanta FaZe look clueless in a sense on the protocol S&D, at least on the offensive end, and that's going to be a pain point for them all tournament.
All right, now at times I've seen Abizi disappear in search and destroys. He's expected to get those first blood shut down early. Here's the grenade one more time from Rancor. But what happened to Simp here? Because this is back-to-back days that we have not said great things.
Let's just say he went 11-4 because he killed his 3 teammates, so he got 11 kills.
We talked about their offense on this map, and I think that this is credit to Miami
Almost a
and their
3
coaching
KD.
staff coming into the same like, hey, despite us losing the protocol, we know how Atlanta likes to play this. If Atlanta are not finding success down low computers, they don't stand a chance.
Hopefully FaZe can come back.
They expose them there.
It's going to be a very big upset if they go down 0-3, lose the series.
Some teams, once they start to lose, they don't know what to do. They fall apart. Is this another scenario? Well, Rancor and crew believe it might be. So far, they have a winning record against their opponent. We talked to them before the match.
Now you got FaZe next. You're 2-1 up on them in this season so far, but the last major unfortunately took a loss and took an L. How are you preparing for them today coming into champs?
Like you said, we played against them so many times, and we beat them so many times as well. We're ready to play that match. We are super confident coming to the match, and I think we can beat them. Not easy because it's FaZe and it's champs, and you know it's a very difficult match, but we're ready for it.
Thank you so much, Rancor. Best of luck today.
Thank you.
Very difficult match, but they're doing it.
It won't be easy, and game 1 was not, but game 2 looked fully in their control. As we take a look at the remainder of this series, Chance, is there an opportunity for a reverse sweep from our number 2 seed, or is this Miami sealing the deal?
There is absolutely the possibility for the reverse sweep. They have a 16-4 record on protocol control. They're the best team on the attack. They're the 3rd best team on defense, and they're able to lock it down entirely, and very strong on rewind. Obviously, I'm very shook for my prediction because the 2-0 lead looks great for Heretics and the way that they're competing, right? Like Rancor starting off super slow on the skyline, bounce back goes.
They're 16-4 on that map, but
Ali, one word, give me a player to watch.
Miami also is up 2-0, so they have the confidence right now to probably close the whole series out.
Then the rookies, we send it back over to the legends of casting. It's Merc and Maven.
This one would be shocking. I mean, not in the sense like
what is after this weekend?
No, okay, maybe that's true. It'd be shocking in the sense like, did I think Heretics would beat this FaZe team? Without question. Honestly, I thought this was a massively tough test for them. It was more I didn't think it'd be like a 3-0, especially once I saw the maps. Like, I'm kind of a chance. Once I saw the maps, I went from leaning Heretics to probably leaning FaZe. But it's just they've always had that bounce back surge after the map 1. That's just not coming.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a big talking point, right? Just depending on how this match goes, is that map number 1 because they had the lead.
Yeah,
right. You steal your team's, your opponent's map pick. You finally get a close hardpoint win that they've been looking for in some of these bigger series, and that's the other thing. It's like, yes, protocol controls look great, but they still have to win a hardpoint. And Miami yesterday.
Before the match starts, I'm going to grab my package real quick. I will be right back.
Hard point, so like you don't know how much stock to put in it, but they did look. They looked great. Yeah, they did. I mean, they went up by what 100, 150, whatever it ended up being. Like it was a dominant effort. So, yeah, one side like it looks like a reverse sweep is possible for FaZe because it's a solid maps for them the rest of the way. But all the confidence in the world, the Heretics right now.
And how many times, how many records have we brought up this weekend?
That don't matter at all.
Just don't matter.
Yeah, I guess just the month-long break, bro. All the stats up to this point mean jack shit.
Yeah, I mean, again, yeah, like Proto Control, like nobody has chowed them on this, right?
Yep.
FaZe have, you know, that was what we kind of talked about with the maps and vetoes. It was, why are they vetoing Hacienda if you're Miami? Like, Hacienda Control for FaZe has fallen off big time the last month. Like,
I hear you.
Play them on that, but they give them this Proto. Is this what
I'm
they
not
need?
second-guessing anything anymore.
No,
I don't know. Whatever, bro. They're just going to come in 3-0 slam them here and be like, all right, okay, well, Heretics, we trust you. We love you. Make the run.
You see the last 5. I mean, they've looked at Hacienda in his vault. The most recently, last time they played Protocol was a loss versus LA Thieves. But that was a long time ago. Well, they have control of the series, and they have so much confidence in each other.
They have 1 win on Proto Control in the year, right?
Yeah, they're 1-7 on the year.
Yeah. But I think you heard in that interview with Gregor, they played them so much. They've matched up so much in prepping for this event. They knew what to expect. They knew where their advantages were. So far, they're playing behind that. FaZe offense to kick us off. See if they can come out striking, but they've got to slow down Rancor. He is a shooter. Nice little shot there from Metals as well.
Yeah, and on the other side of Tunnel, I feel like he is the one who just controls everything for this FaZe team. And normally he's watching that zip line. And while Real put a little extra love in, and now you have all 4 players of FaZe coming off his spawn.
I love it, bro. I love it. Shoot bodies. You're up 2-0. Play with confidence. We'll see if Simps double can just help them get out of spawn, maybe find an opening. Everyone going to drop outside of Super, so where's the progress going to go first? It looks like Simp is kind of pushing up for cuts. Put one body onto A. Tip's timing is absurd, but well, it works out on one side.
Yeah, great job by FaZe of getting out of that trap. One of the reasons why they are the best protocol control team. Just dealing with that, finding the players, and then controlling their spawn. But now it's about working the objective. aBeZy was trying to work the A point. You need your ARs in position.
Yeah, Draws was playing that so wide. Like he thought there was no chance he was getting chopped from the window, I guess. I don't know. It looks so good as they got out of it, but now they're right back into the trap. aBeZy going to try and get him out of it, but looking good for him.
Just not winning gunfights.
Slammed. All the gunfights going the way
We're gonna set it up after this series, since the series might be almost over. Maybe after this match.
Hell to start this off. Cell's only got 1 kill. Metal's working towards streaks.
I come back and it's 22-11. They are in the spawn trap right now.
The pressure starting to build up. There is a double. Can FaZe do anything with this?
A small chance right now.
One player still in spawn. That's gonna be Super. He's gonna have the help of Real.
Fights all over the place. Real hit down to 37.
But then they get draws off the point. They get draws off the point.
Gotta get on it.
Yeah, that's round.
Oh, nobody gonna get there. Heretics. Too good on the defense.
Well, Super is talking trash, yelling across the stage. They know what they just did. They kept them to 1 tick on offense, on protocol.
Kept them to 1 tick, had them in a spawn trap.
And I mean,
They missed so much.
They had nothing outside that one time. I guess
they did out.
Simp got 2 to get him out that first time, and they got onto a point. But then Draza was like, he was like playing safe behind it. He was wide challenged, like playing an off angle, but it's got picked from the window. Then aBeZy tries to slide across. It all looked like discombobulated. I don't know.
And normally, what do we normally see from them, right? Someone getting up in a grandma's.
Yeah, they're probably discombobulated from the 2 maps they lost.
It feels like this month of scrims, one thing's been happening, and they're not seeing that.
And it's 3 down already.
It's weird. Or it's just Heretics making them out of sorts. But they're already looking to find more progress than FaZe got.
Well, Super's going to be close to a streak here. He's going to be very close. 10-in-1 start here for Super, trying to find that Hellstorm.
10-in-1?
Already a better job on this A point.
One kill away from Hellstorm right now.
Blooming now.
And he died off.
It's going to get shut down. The progress, though, is there. Simp and Cell win some gunfights to maybe slow this down.
That's how it happens. You get 1 kill so close to the streaks, then you just die right off of it.
And hold, but tick advantage already to Heretics. They still have a minute to work with as well. aBeZy looking to find openings. They'll back him up, chase him out. Cell's going to pop, and well, I guess at least he gets 1. You get a wave of kills again. Super 12-2. Right back onto it.
It looks like that might be a capture there.
They're doing the slamming. Simp going to be killed off spawn. aBeZy shut down as well. Transition is here in 2 minutes to work with, and up a handful of lives.
And Draza has to get involved somehow, finally. Yeah, he was the one player from FaZe that, yeah, he was just kind of stuck in an awkward spot. So he's able to find 1. But you still have a lot of map control.
Rancor's still going crazy.
Simp is there for the trade. But at the pace you are playing right now, this is favoring Miami. They have that life advantage, a minute 30. Pressure on here for FaZe.
1 big wave of kills. And you're in a good spot. That might be the wave.
You're going to have multiple players pushed up.
Bodies on it.
No, now they got the spawns.
Trying to cut down the reinforcements, but that's a big pick from Simp to shut it down. Take it around on the other side will be Draws. Draws just turning some heads, making the fight a little bit easier for Simp on the point. They will deal with Draws though, and Simp.
That's 3 down again. That's all 4. They got Simp right there.
And every time it feels like FaZe is finally starting to do something, they just lose the next set of gunfights.
Oh, they are getting slammed right now. That's gonna be B, bro. That's round.
Just doing it to him. Round is done. Heretics cruising. FaZe getting slammed.
Never seen this out of FaZe. FaZe getting slammed.
No music yet. Still need 1 more round. But it's looking darn good.
This would be the ultimate comeback. You win this, make this comeback in the control, and then win the next 2 maps.
Draza here, and Rancor lighting him up. He's had brilliant play over the first two maps, chaining it right into the third. It was Super that was the hot hit
But-
early on. Now they're both those rookies dominating here.
Pretty sure Super still has a RC.
O2 hole in the map. FaZe got to pull the reverse if they're going to bring this back, but I just haven't seen. There's no signs of life. They're just getting
Super
gun
and
to sleep.
Rancor on it.
Gun to sleep.
Almost 3 KD for both of
There's
them.
nothing that's really saying they're going to get back into it. So they have the talent to do so, yeah, but it's got to show up.
Will it be too late? It starts though with this offense.
2 kills down.
Already better. Well,
Good start. And they're already capturing B.
Abizi trying to finesse. Well, can't finesse past the nade, but Simple will trade it out. Nice double though again from Rancor. You got a body over towards A this entire time. You got the 2 ticks at B, so still in a pretty good position. Nice win from Cell.
That's what I was going to say. So, yeah, you are working both points. There seems to be a more
And that's
standard
3
offense.
down.
There's going to be that 3 dead. You knew where Cell was earlier, so you have a good idea, but he does find one. Then just buying time. A great job from MC.
Getting good kills so they don't get in that spawn trap.
All his teammates drop. He's been up this entire time. Looking to get involved, but it's Rancor again with a multi. Shots into draws as well. A minute to work with. All the pressure on FaZe right now. Real with the strafe, Real with the win. The other sub in Metals getting it done. Staggered right now is FaZe. And second by second, the pressure is building.
Oh my god, 3 down again. I think it's done. They're about to be in the spawn trap. Easy can't buy a kill.
He's getting chased though. He does get into a spot maybe to help his teammates. Here's the reload from Super. They're able to find 3 dead. The last player's in Real top middle. Now just how quick are the trades from FaZe?
2 ticks on B. Second tick. Trying to get it here. On A. There's the second tick. The big gunfight's not going to go down. Can Cell walk away with a brilliant multi again? Abizi's going to help him, so he's not going to need to. Cell head down to 30 HP. Abizi to get dropped as well. It's another multi-kill from Rancor. He's been the untradeable as he gets another.
They're running around with a pistol. He don't care.
10 seconds to go. 7 lives remaining.
10 seconds to go before they drop. Send them home.
Metal's just trying to do what he can. And they know only 6 lives. You can give this up if you have to. Just try to win the gunfights. Trade effectively. Rancor, he's just going to back up, play his life. 9 versus 5.
Like they're about to get A. Yep, they got A.
1v1 on the other side of the map. Going down. Sim's going to win it. The rest of FaZe, they're starting to get pushed on up. Metals finds 1. 8 versus 4 here. Miami trying to send them home.
Celium is out of it. No response to go. 3 versus 7. All the favorite of Heretics to close this out.
Oh, it's over. That is crazy, bro.
In a weekend that has made just about 0 logical sense from a results standpoint, the wild results continue.
A's going home is
3-0 for Heretics. They square up
never would have thought.
question marks in our brains, but they knew what they were doing. Unbelievable win. And that's back-to-back top 6s for FaZe. I mean, it's a weird year for them. You win 2 events, but it's like the first 2 majors, and then it's a weird year.
Yeah, and really the second half of the year, you can just never find. Listen, the map pool didn't help them with all the changes whatsoever.
Sure.
But the fact is you have to be able to adjust.
Yeah, it was a quick round.
They didn't happen the second half of the year. That's really
First
it.
game.
I mean, even in this map,
God dang, I can't even think right now. First series over. Quick first series.
Better in search and destroy. You couldn't always lock up. Map number 2 happened here again, but let's just be honest. I mean,
Let's see. All right.
Destroyed them after map
Series
1.
is over. Let's get this.
Series 26-12 there. Led the way in the clutch and the hard point.
If you can set this up real quick, probably not gonna be able to set.
He was just multi-kill after multi-kill when it was desperately needed. Hell, when it was just the icing on top, the guy was always walking away with a big play. He is a true shooter, a guy that is going to have a long and incredible career. Just fried them.
No, I mean, listen, like, this team changed with the addition of Super and Rencor, right? And I think you saw, after they were talking trash, sort of Rencor just gives Super a hug. Like, just realizes what he's done to this squad.
Yeah.
They have played with a discipline, fundamentals that are such a high level. Another top 4 here for Miami.
Another top 4. I think what surprises me for FaZe is just the fashion that it all goes down. Like, this is a team that you talk over the last 6 years, like, they just don't really get 3-0'd very often because they have a good map pool. They're good across all modes. They rarely ever get.
What is that RC car in the back?
You just get 3-0 out of this. It's just, that's unbelievable. What a result for Heretics. They move on. They continue. The fight might be a long day in store for them. We got Super on the main stage.
Call of Duty fans, make some noise for the Miami Heretics as they move on in this tournament. I got Super with me on the main stage. And Super, you guys send Atlanta FaZe home in a 3-0 fashion, and it looked easy up here on the main stage. How does it feel getting that win?
It feels amazing, especially after losing yesterday. It was a tough loss for us, but yeah, we managed to win today. We're gonna keep fighting today.
Now, after the way you guys lost yesterday, it was a Game 5, a close series there against Boston. What did you guys want to work on coming to this series, knowing that you had to play up against this FaZe squad that you know so well?
I think we focus on especially S&D strats and also playing control as we were playing this month in the practice, because we know how to play control, but we didn't play that good yesterday.
Okay. Now, coming in here, you know, the atmosphere, okay, being in champs, okay, playing in front of this crowd, you was out here playing like you had a chip on your shoulder, like you wanted to prove something, okay? Did you?
I have nothing to prove. I think we just have to prove like we're a really good team and we deserve to be up there. And yeah, the crowd feels amazing. It's a different aura.
It is a different aura. Do you
Different
guys
aura.
like them, Ontario? I think the crowd is in your hands, Super. Anything you want to say to them before I let you go?
Yeah, I want to say thank you everyone for the support. It feels amazing. Every single round of D&D, every single kill. We feel you and we appreciate you.
One more time, everybody, for the Miami Heretics. That does it for me and Super on the stage. Chris, take it away.
What a ridiculous
I gotta figure out
weekend as the
how,
results
where I'm gonna
continue
put
to
this.
surprise us here on the desk. There's one man
Gonna be
who has
perfect
been on
for
a
me
heater.
to
He won
just.
$1,000 on blackjack before we got here.
I think I figured
And
out.
over the last
I
2
think I have an
days,
idea.
he's been nothing but right. Nameless, you saw it coming again. Miami Heretics beating Atlanta FaZe. How'd you do it?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at like their prior matchups, I mean, you think back to the Major 3 where they're able to knock them out of
Put
the
it like
tournament.
that.
Miami just plays the style of Call of
Off
Duty
to the
that's
side
hard
here.
to deal with.
It is.
We get the map set coming out. I'm like, they must be exceptionally confident. And just speaking with Method Stick, their coach, you know, they meditate before every series. They have great camaraderie, as you see on the stage, every single match. And, you know, the Search and Destroy has been world class. You look back at the match yesterday versus Boston, they could have won that Game 5, playing excellent Call of Duty on that protocol. They go back to it today, bringing out some new strats. Miami, they're on top of the world.
Some organizations are ran by the players. I feel like the Heretics are built the right way.
Yeah, they
Their
are.
management are fully in control of these rookies, and they are prospering. Let's take a look here at the results, because you just handed Simp and Crew, what, a 0.5 KD?
Yeah, and listen, in my mind, this is the end of their reign of terror. This is the first year Atlanta FaZe has not been #1 in the CDL point standings, and to get blown out like this, 3-0 not once but twice in this tournament, they fell short at last year's champs, and champs is like what defines your legacy. For guys like Simp, for guys like Ibiza, for guys like Self, this is everything. And to get throttled like this, to have Real shooting your body right after the jump, and you can't come back, they've lost their aura. They are no longer the top dogs, and it's not even close.
And I mean, just to really give props to the side of Miami, like heading into this, we're not only 1-7 in protocol control, right? So like that's why all of us are like, what in the world are y'all thinking? Going up against Atlanta FaZe, who's 16-4 in it on the season, is their most picked control. Miami banned it 60% of the times in series. So in those 3 weeks, they must have really honed in on expanding their map pool, which is pivotal when it comes to champs, because should they get to that best of 9, you're gonna have to play essentially almost every map, and that control is going to be everything.
Yeah, you know, I look at like last year's champs for Atlanta, and I'm like, kind of a fluke. You go into EWC, you win it. Now this happens, it really does hurt the legacy.
Hey, I'm gonna turn the mic off just for a second so I can unscrew this and I'll turn it back on.
Top 6, where you get favorable maps headed into the series, and you can see this Miami team, man, just confident. There wasn't a moment after that map 1 where it looked like they were going to lose this.
Atlanta FaZe looking shook, as now we have our number 1 and number 2 seed, the only tournament champions of the regular season, out of the event. Number 5, Miami Heretics are powering forward. They're officially into our top 4.
Yeah, and they're looking incredible. Like, again, for the Atlanta FaZe, where we're used to those guys being the trendsetters, Miami apparently have that in the bag. Their control looks crazy. That protocol was clinically absurd. And you just had a guy like Rancor, 26-12. Like, that was feet up, easy coasting through Atlanta FaZe. Maybe they could be the front runners through the losers bracket.
Why were they not playing protocol
That's
control?
crazy.
Why
That's
were
crazy.
they not playing like rewind hardpoint?
They saved it for this moment.
They have a bag. Miami has a bag. It's going to be scary.
It's time to take a look at the start of a ridiculous 3-0 that started our day. It goes to the hard point where FaZe was leading by 80 points in the middle of this game. Instead, at the very end, Heretics completing it, catching FaZe off guard and setting the tone for the rest of the 3-game sweep.
This is one of the best holds I've seen of this hill, and it all starts off again, Metals. He finds 3. We talked about it yesterday. When Metals is playing well, Miami Heretics is almost impossible to beat. He finds 5 members of Atlanta FaZe on their side, and he can keep pushing out because Super is so far back watching this flank, and then obviously playing his life in Hill Real. I mean, just such an impossible kill sometimes there.
Yeah, and FaZe are in hell in this situation. You see number 7 in your minimap, that's Simp. He didn't know what he wanted to do, right? The spawns are volleying. They were just spawning bottom bed. Now you're back at piano. He should have wide flanked right here to at least like divert a little bit of attention, but they end up getting in, but it's just not enough because you see how close Miami's spawning, and now FaZe are thinking like, oh, they win on this, so we have to invest all of our resources towards zone, and Miami able to close it out with a thunderous map 1, which probably caused the momentum you saw in game 2 and 3.
And it's so tough in these situations because you're used to Simp and Abizi thriving in these last 20 seconds of hard points like this, and that's what's so scary about Miami Heretics is they love chaos. They love the high octane engagements, and you give them situations like that.
I think I got to set up how I want it. Now I should figure out how I'm going to earn this.
Heretics are moving into your top 4, and we still have a number of teams left in our bracket. Let's take a look at it right now, because in the winners, it's just Boston Breach and OpTic Texas. In the elimination bracket, there are now 3 teams. Nameless, we've got another eliminator coming up. How you feel about this bracket shaping up?
I mean, when we were rehearsing earlier this morning, I said this could be the most memorable
throw it off to
champs
the other
of all
side
time.
here, so
It's
see.
shaping up that way, honestly. Like, these have been some unforgettable upsets and swift, like 3-0s. Who knows what can happen, Chris?
Vancouver versus Toronto, the Canadian clash coming up next. Chance, before we close out on this match, Miami Heretics MVP honor so far. Who is in the discussion?
The gut check is definitely going to be Rancor. I feel like the top dog, rookie of the year. He's been incredible, but it is across the board, though. Every single one of these players has turned up, so I don't even know if this is a team that cares about the MVP title. They want the trophy.
I'm going to go with the coach, bro.
I think that bracket is ready for us now. Let's take a look at it when
Looks like
it
I'm gonna
is, because we have just one more match to go before moving to that OpTic versus Boston battle. It will be the fight between Vancouver Surge and Toronto Ultra. The Canadian clash kicks off when we return live from Ontario.
The Scuffed Call of Duty collection is $30 off this weekend only. Visit scuff.co/CDL to upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Coach, I'm ready to fly by now. You should
There we go. I think I got it. Yeah, that works perfect there. I need to, I just push it out the way. And of course my camera is messed up again. Yo, why does this keep happening? Yeah, that works. Like, okay, now it's working again. Why is it just... It's weird. Gotta figure out the cable as well, because it's kind of in the way. I can figure that out later on. Oh my god, fuck your shit dog.
Let's go, Fred. He's low. He's low.
I'm 245. Oh, sorry.
We just gotta wait for the other thing to come on 30th.
Right back over, looking for a little bit of help from Scrap. 2v3, selling the cross, dealt with by Scrap. Sip also seen on the cross. 22 seconds. Draza trying to work this with Scrap able to turn this down to a 2v1. Just down to Sip. Not gonna happen. Shut your mouth. Toronto in the grand finals here at home.
I'm up here on the concourse at Champs, and I found my way to the Scuff booth. If you guys want to get your hands on a brand new controller, maybe support some of your favorite teams or creators, you can go and purchase a brand new Scuff right here at Champs. Now, maybe you're getting a little bit tired of the
Need
action
to purchase a
that's happening on
Scuff?
the
I got a
main
Scuff
stage, or maybe
already.
your team has been knocked out already.
I do need an
2v2
OpTic
the
faceplate
homies
though.
While you're waiting for things to get started in the main arena, make sure you grab your brand new Scuff controller here and go test it out on the 2v2 station. That's it from me. I'll see you guys back on the main stage.
And we are back live, day 3 in Canada. This is the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Championship Weekend, and we are narrowing down our 8 teams to just 4 after this matchup. Vancouver Surge taking on Toronto Ultra in our Canadian clash. Let's start with the Surge
Toronto
squad,
Ultra
who really has showcased a ton of talent, but also disappointing events, bookended by 9th place finishes. They also went to 2 championship matches. Let's talk about the good.
What a crazy time they've had here. They finally got their lick back against the LA Thieves. They knocked them out of the tournament. I mean, the perfect time to do it. It's an exciting thing to see, man. I mean, this is a team on paper that's so brilliant. They've got all the makings of a championship caliber squad, but they've been unable to get a win in the grand finals.
Miles Ross locked and loaded for this one. We have Ali and Nameless on the desk as we take a look at Vancouver Surge. Is Neptune the guy? He was the one chirping after beating Hydra in the 1v1 and the 3-0.
Absolutely, Neptune's the guy. I mean, you put him into this roster and suddenly they start beating some of the top 4 teams. The scariest thing right now is they're one of the few teams left with a really deep bag when it comes to a map pool. Like, obviously, they didn't have the best performance on day number 1, but when you look at it across the board, Search and Destroy is everything. And
Seattle Surge, is that who we're playing again? Playing Seattle Surge versus Toronto.
That gives them a lot of leeway when it comes to these vetoes.
Oh, Seattle, Vancouver.
Game mode. Vancouver so far in this tournament looks like they've had some improvements there. And you ask about Neptune, yes, Chris, he loves this matchup. He has fried Toronto. I'm talking 1.3s across the board when he plays up against him. So look to him to have a massive impact here.
Does 04 keep running the aims? Do we see a 3rd AR on the map in this series?
I mean, that's been such a dynamic change for them, right? I mean, you saw him pulling it out, especially on the Vault Control, a game mode that they have been struggling on, sort of like allowing them to slow down the game, play their life, and it just works so well. So I think we see that whipped out again today, which I believe we're going to Vault again for game 3.
Vancouver Surge, a top 4 seed. They come in at number 4. Their opponent, though, one better at number 3. Toronto, with Mercules, were able to make a run with the fill-in. Then they do it at Major 4 again. The squad is always dangerous to make a top 3 run, but they haven't really wowed us so far in this event. Ali, how do they get back to their winning ways?
They need to start winning Search and Destroys again. They're still very strong when it comes to the hardpoint and control. They're a good respawn team, which is why they're still in the top 4 conversation, but the S&D is going to be everything. They're on a 4-loss spree in S&D, and they've played all over the place. Rewind, Dealership, Hacienda. There is not a whole lot in their bag, and that makes me look at Joe once again. When they were finding success, it was because he was having to drop double digits. We need to see more out of the core duo.
He has not been good in Search, though, since the start of Stage 4. He has been struggling.
Yeah.
Can they get a first blood? They're literally dead last in first blood. Something that they were great at early on. Like, slow it down or something. Toronto have been lost in that game mode. It's honestly shocking from a team of these players who we thought would be Search specialists throughout the entire year.
As we take a look at our maps and modes, reminder, Vancouver players, this is just their 2nd ever champs. If you are Insight and Kleenex, you started with
Got the maps, Vault, Hardpoint, Protocol S&D, Vault Control. I've seen a Hardpoint and Dealership S&D.
You don't want to go far in this series. Can Toronto pull it off with 2 vaults in the mix?
I mean, they get the Protocol Search and Destroy. It's going to be their best one, 10-5, so I don't hate it. Both these
5 on
teams
S&D,
taking right now, so I think it's going to depend a lot on the SMGs and the early engagements of who can get that opening duel. As Ant said,
Glad we're going to see Dealership again. Haven't seen Dealership much.
Okay, Beans hasn't had the best tournament.
Also would like to see Cylon as well. We haven't seen that much as well. Only see that 2 times.
Hyper focus in on 2
An OpTic played, and then
Siege,
just
not the same star that we
a
had Search and Destroy at the
little
start
bit ago.
of the year. He's one of my guys to watch in this matchup. How could he play his best here in front of the Canadian audience?
I mean, well, you know, we saw, from Toronto, like Joe is still having some good performances in the respawn. It's really the Search and Destroy. Once again, like him and Kleenex have to have a better dynamic, like taking space on the map. When you look at that series, though, like you'd be hard-pressed to say it's on Joe. It was on the ARs, Miles. Like when we were in the green room talking about Beans and Insight, they had a terrible series yesterday versus OpTic.
It's tough. KD's really low damage output as well. I mean, these are things that are certainly hurting them. I also want to put a bit of a focus on Kleenex as well. I think he's having to do too much. I think he's having to try to find intel. He's trying to find all kills. He's trying to get all trades. He can't do it all alone. This is where I want to see a tiny bit more cohesion between he and Joe. I think that's going to make a big difference.
Chance brought up a good point earlier. Like, if they lose this, this could be the end of Kleenex and Insight. Like, you really need to
He's
have
on a dark run today, man.
Yeah.
He's not wrong, though. It's an important time in their careers, and maybe something, you're going to make a split.
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, this very well could be.
Somebody's going home. 3 of our top 4 will be knocked out after this matchup. It's time to lock in our Scuff pick'ems. And Neptune has had Toronto's number.
Yes, he has.
He has.
04 has been on fire. Nasty is playing confident, and Abuza may be the hungriest of the four. I'm going Vancouver Surge in 4.
Okay. I hear you. I think, look, you're not wrong, Chris. All this is objectively true. I do believe that there is one chance and one chance left alone.
I think Toronto come out and take this. They're at their home event.
They have the makings of
I think they have, with the crowd behind them, I believe they're going to probably take this series.
You had me nervous for a second. I thought you were about to pull a very heartbreaking finish there. I do love this Toronto Ultra team. I have to echo that. It just hasn't been clicking for them. And Vancouver Surge, the way they played versus LA Thieves, they're looking unbelievable. I have to go Surge in this one.
And 100%, I'm going Vancouver Surge.
That was yesterday, though. Today's a different day. It could be a different vibe and different. They could be playing different.
Get behind your team, because we're about to send one more squad home. Blaze, it's your show.
Thank you so much. And now, everybody, it's time to figure out who truly is the best team in Canada this season. It's going to be a chiller on the main stage. One of these squads have to go home. And I'm going to need everybody in here to blow the roof off the odd, because coming out is going to be the home team. Get ready.
I'm a champion around these parts. I don't even need to see what other youths are like. Put my life on the line, I ain't losing mine. You better recognize this is where the best is. You don't believe me? Come and test this. I could never back down. How you claiming the king with no crown? Nah, I don't like how that sounds. You better back up and back up right now.
Of course. I gotta take off the thing for copyright reasons. Wonder if there's a way to dim this microphone, because it's a little bright in the camera. Looks like it's glowing.
Beans, Joe Deceives, Insight, and Kleenex. All season long, they've been prepared for this moment to play at home, to play in front of these fans, to blow the roof off this stadium and bring the trophy to Canada. One more time, everybody, make some noise for the home team, the Toronto Ultra.
I have been harsh on this team, but it's because I have high expectations.
OpTic needs to come out. Hurry up and drop the jerseys for this event. If I can go ahead and order one.
Here in front of a home crowd to continue at COD Champs.
They do, but it's another team in Canada who wants the hearts of these fans as well. Get ready, everybody, because here comes the team from the Canadian West Coast. Vancouver Surge! Neptune! Nasty!
Damn, bro, they're getting booed.
The storm is back to the main stage.
I guess they're gonna boo any team that goes against Toronto, so I get it.
Ready to drown out their opponents and take over the tournament. The Vancouver Surge are ready to go.
Let us not forget, this is a top 4 team over this season. DreamHack did not go the way they wanted to, but this is a squad that was putting all the top teams to the test. And of course, in this matchup, they win it 4-1 in the last 5 times they've had to go up against Toronto Ultra. These boys are feeling good, guy.
They are feeling good, Allie, and I am ready to get this one going. But help me out. You guys have been awesome today. You ready to get this series popping off?
Yes, let's go.
Warm is going to be a chiller.
Oh, wouldn't you know it there, bud? All you Canucks up here in Ontario, we got ourselves another Canadian Classic in the Great White North. A little kerfuffle for you here, stud.
Oh my gosh.
You got it, bro. I can't give you that, man. I'm just excited for the damn matchup. The Canadian Classic. Vancouver on one end feeling so damn good with the way that they were able to take down LAT yesterday. Yeah. On the opposite side for Ultra, you don't want to remember yesterday with what you did versus OpTic. So hopefully today's just a clean sweep.
Gotta have to have, I think, just another level of that extra bit of definitive action to let us know that you guys can hang with what we're seeing so far, because what we just saw to Miami, whoa, wouldn't want to play those guys. They're looking ice cold. On the other side of things, though, OpTic playing some of their best COD. Boston in a position to really surprise the Call of Duty world, period. So for these two squads, I think Nameless is right talking about how Toronto is just not looking as polished as we had seen them in the past, whereas Vancouver is coming in looking really hot after they initially fell.
It's because when Toronto were looking polished, they were good at search and destroy. They were also great at their hard point, which in the beginning of the year was their struggle for them. But as of recent, everything has just been hurting them. They used to be the best SMG team in the game. Last 12 attempts, they're 3-9. You're not going to win versus the best teams when you're having that kind of performance. It's supposed to be your best game mode, and in hard points around 50-50, you're going up against this Vancouver squad who've always banked on this one.
And both of the hard points that are in this pool have been flawless for Vancouver in this head-to-head matchup. They have not dropped a single map versus them at any point. So it does feel like Toronto has to come out really red hot. Put us all on notice, get this crowd warmed up a touch, because otherwise this Vancouver team, which has not really faltered at all since they have added Neptune to the roster in this tilt. Yeah, you got to be feeling like they're on a path to continue through this lower bracket. But here we go. It's the Canadian Clash. It's going to be what you expect. So, Jesus Murphy, we got ourselves a full tilt here. Grab yourself a Timmy's or a Mickey, a Hoser. It's Vancouver versus Toronto in the Canadian Clash. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on, ladies and gentlemen. If you are Surge, you are so happy to be spawning in on the vault for the map number 1. We know how dominant they have been ever since the addition of Neptune, but already in the kill feed, Kleenex and Joe Disease, the SMGs for Ultra coming out swinging.
Yeah, big start. You have that Beans on another SMG just to kind of get that tempo forward, push Vancouver out, and they will split the spawns just a touch here on the side of Surge. Other fight on the backside, Neptune shut down. 0-4 looking for an opportunity to break his way on in. Nice step, not going to get two though, and that's enough for Ultra to continue to win over the top of the hard point.
And I love that initial play call right there from Ultra. We win a majority in the gunfights. Let's soak up some time, but let's not try to overextend. Let's play for that next wave, then try to flip these spawns. But Surge this time respond with a couple kills on their side. You're gonna go for a 3v2 on the split. You have Nasty trying to hold it down, but now he's the only one here.
Big elimination from Beans. Abuza will fall. That also has Kleenex spawning close. Just on to Nasty, trying to hold the backside of P2. Not going to happen. Ultra looking good around the back of the hard point, but can they win the gunfights up front? And so far, yes, they can. Both Surge members will drop, and only a single point has been tallied so far for Vancouver.
Oh, Toronto is
getting loose. A 5-2 start, almost finds that second.
Taking the lead so far right now. Beans with 4-1.
For his teammates to be uncontested at this P2. Now,
04 is 1-4 right now. He's not doing so hot.
You find the opening kill. You're going to spawn at least 2 players closer to the hard point, but you still got to get in.
Oh no, Joe.
Joe deceives. Couple of members will still spawn backside P2. Bean's going to be working alongside inside at least momentarily, but both members fall.
There you go, Joe. There you go. 04 with the kill.
The scrap time of 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's a good 20 seconds to walk away with, and now going over towards the P3, P4 connection. This is where Surge usually dominate the game. Keeping yourself in the mix. You're trying to battle off the rotation, but inside holding down the long distance lane already lines up a double. So you're going to be uncontested. If you are Ultra at the new HP, just got to hold.
And they're getting early time from Joe Deceives already in the hard point. Good win, though, for Vancouver. Put some pressure down through mid in the old P1. Abuza, Neptune, first 2 kills going to be tallied their direction as Beans just have to hold over towards Art. Toronto still spawning favorably. Vancouver now in the time, looking to get this next wave of kills their way.
And you don't want to allow Vancouver to soak up a lot of time here, because one thing that they are so good at on this hard point is in the final 10 to 15 seconds, they get the kills and hit the routes to put these spawns out. And already Neptune right here making a big time play, is only able to take down 1, but that's good enough for his teammates to still be uncontested for the time.
That's the big news right there. It's mitigation of the route for Toronto, but extra time for Vancouver digging into what was about a 50-point deficit to start. 04, AR in hand, trying to get the work done from inside the hard point, but tagged up down to a single bullet worth of health, trying to get the regen, shots towards
Oh no.
Beans once again through the mid cut, able to follow up, and that's going to be enough for Toronto Ultra to win the rotation to nuke.
Oh, that is perfection. Insight does not drop from top bar. He is holding down the long distance lane.
Surge can't hold a hill right now.
Potentially grow the lead even more. Let's step aside and go to listening with Ultra.
Yeah, watch front go, two go. Blind really weak gold. They're hitting the back, they're playing to the back.
Absolute Joe, okay? Just get off. See back door. Come on. Get up. Yeah, smoke close, come in. Yeah, what's absolute back?
Backside, wizard, really good. See backside as well. Back hookah, backside you. Back hookah, backside.
Still statue. Still statue, right side.
Hey, jump time. Yeah, one's on time right now.
Statue.
Yeah,
All
on time.
Top as well, okay?
Arch again. 04 not weak. He's pushed off statue. Right side.
Default, one shot of ultra works.
He's still scat.
Nice shot. Actually, we got it. 40 got through. There's money's cap now.
I'm plants. Roll around.
Could be in there. He's close.
Absolute close to open now.
Yeah, plants. Yo, what's up, key? Only two on top. Nice, let's get time and then one can be left.
Absolute open. They're open. Slip mid time. Nice.
We close the
Go left. Nice shot. That's good. Behind you.
He's low.
I'm leaving. Nice shit, Toby. Weak, top cat. Weak, my bad. Close, by the way. Downside close.
Behind you guys.
Dub's coming up.
Wait, one's got next to us, Joe.
He's close heading out on time.
Blind.
I'm
taking a weird route.
Go left, right?
Yo, one's already out new. Yo, catch up now. Yo, one out of pumps. Yeah, really weak.
One's probably left as well.
Rest of them out of pumps, by the way.
Give me deep oil, you guys.
Push it.
One minus one out.
They want oil. Back push two, yeah.
Let's do it out of pumps, boys.
Give it a second.
I'm in here. Get back forward. One shot, new. He went in front new. Nice.
He's in
Yo,
pool.
one's out of pumps.
That's his deep house though.
We're gonna go top.
Yo, they're catch up for now, and the one single. Just jump
Sector.
down.
Still low cap.
Yeah, stunned.
Trying to stand front. He's probably out front.
Yo, out of pumps. Single dead. Catch up.
Low pool. Going out single.
Single weak is went down.
Nice there.
Who's the shot out of pumps? Out of pumps.
They went back.
There's one more word. Out of pumps, by the way. One shot.
Last two time. Chow drop front.
Hot start for Ultra, but the breakthrough.
Yeah, I'm about to say Ultra is holding it down, and now Surge coming back, and they got the lead.
Unbelievable play right there. The 2v4 scenario for Vancouver. As soon as that P2 pops, you're simply outnumbered, but the heads up.
Surge has spawns right now for New Hill.
For teammates to get back into the play, allow Vancouver to make something out of nothing, but Insight is beaming. Again, on 2 in a row. You just don't have the side of the map that you want, so you need to find more.
And this is the Jamie Craven that Ultra fans want to see show up today. Tie game, 117, headed over to the most heated hard point in Black Ops 6. P3. Who's going to be able to get any time at all as we start to battle over towards the left side of the map? Neptune stopping the play in front of him.
Oh, Neptune with a 3-piece. And it's 4 down.
Keeps him alive from the trade, and a key 1v1 backside arc potentially to come through.
He's been causing
They're going to get that time, and then they're going to have the next hill as well. You got 5 in the back as well, about to flip spawns. Yep, there we go, flipping spawns. 3's got to stay up to keep the spawns back there. Oh, he's dead. Didn't get much time on that. Toronto might take the lead here.
Nice shots from Neptune. Ultra trying to play recovery. Hard point open, but no one's in. 129, 124 in a battle for spawns about to ensue.
Yeah, Neptune's just trying to hold, waiting for the teammates to get closer into the play. Finally, Abuza opens up with the first kill. You get the trades around the back and you instantly spawn them out. And Vancouver have an opportunity again to dominate the P4 HP. And if you're Ultra, you need to find a break and find it quick.
Big swing moment in this map right here potentially for Vancouver. Insight dropping on rotation, but has Joe Deceived snuck around.
Oh my god, that was a perfect nade if it didn't have to shoot. Surprised I didn't stick him.
Big bounce back for Ultra over the 200-point mark. About a 20-point game heading back into P3.
Yep, pretty even right now. Surge got Hill, but to try to bring it back with. Nope, there's 3 down. They were about to bring it back, tie it up, and then maybe take the lead, but no.
Allow my teammates to fill behind me. You're trying to get to that 190-point mark, but you need to flip the spawn. Big 1v1 here. Oh, Kleenex.
Yeah, that's 4 down.
Finds himself a double-double. And now he's got an opportunity to back on up. It's 215 to 190.
Yeah, they're in a bad spot right now. They got spawns. They got Hill right now. They can hold this little bit of points. Nope. Now they're pushing through. If they can hold this Hill, then it's gonna be game over. Surge got spawns back there.
Vancouver trying to play around the back. What happens with the spawns here? It is Toronto.
I mean, he's got to stay alive right now.
Instead of who's it will not spawn close. It's just down to who wins the gunfights here in the back door.
Oh, and Vancouver are going to have the numbers. The pressure from the side door is going to force all of Ultra to look in so many different angles. But free hole.
Oh my god. No way.
Stalls out the time. You only need 15 more seconds if you're Ultra.
Here comes the Cadesto. Nasty for the opener. Kleenex. Good shots for first, but pinstripe kill feed. Vancouver in control for now, and they will clear out the front doors. 30 seconds to fight. What decision does Ultra want to make? Do you want to play for exits? Do you want to just try to rotate to one? Or can you set up some sort of a break to get more time here on hold?
You're going to do it one more time. It's just Neptune on the pinch is going to equalize it. Finds a double. Now you know there's still going to be pressure towards the back.
Neptune.
Neptune lines up 3. The game is basically going to be tied.
Yeah, it's pretty much tied right now. It's about to whoever wins this middle hill. And it looks like Surge might win this hill. No? Yeah, that's 3 down. That might be the game. Yeah, force him off the hill. You gotta get these kills right now. Oh, it's game. It's over. Oh, Joe. No. That's crazy, bro. That was the intense last few seconds.
I do not know what it is, but every single time Surge and Ultra play an opening ball HP, it is absolute cinema. Last time it was a 1-point game, a chase or a race over towards the P2 spawn. But this time Surge always bank on what's been working for them the entire season. That P4 HP is just so dominant. They time their kills super.
I'm gonna go heat up my food real quick. And the YouTube is actually messing up. Okay, hopefully we're fine. I'm gonna go heat my food up and I'll be right back.
That was a beautiful closing moment there from Surge to take map 1.
And just go figure. You got that moment from Joe Deceives jumping in, finding 2. Nearly opens up the hard point once again. Troops are on the way. They just could not quite get back in. Yeah, you better believe we're going to go back and rewatch that one again, friends. Holy. Let's take a look back at it. Because initially, you're looking at this fight for P4. This is the moment of pause. This is where it's like, okay, no more action for an Ultra. They try to commit for a bit of a break. Doesn't happen. But then Kleenex gets 2. Insight's going to follow up for a double of his own here in a minute. And you're thinking, hold on a second. Ultra in a good spot.
Yeah, and this is where it all changes, though. With the Blues are finding 2 of his own, he allows at least one player from Ultra to spawn behind them. So you give your teammates the numbers advantage to flood their way through the map. One player spawns out. O4 is going to take care of him. We have the hard block on the P2 side. So all your focus is going to be towards Lion. One more wave of kills with Neptune creating an extra layer is all you need.
Yeah, that little bit of extra space is big, but there's the double from Insight. And at this moment, you're starting to think, oh, Ultra have the numbers. They've got an off spawn for a pinch, but it's that little push up from Nasty. Clears the front door. He finds himself a second. You get the 1v1 between 2 of the electric SMGs, both of our players to watch before this series start, and Ultra can get back to the front door, but cannot touch to continue on. And now Neptune is fired up. What an absolute stunner in map number 1. If that tells you how this tournament has gone, you've missed some days. I'll tell you what, because wow.
You just never know what's going to happen out of Con's hands, man. If you even think about the end of that P4, Bees pops that 2-piece from topside window, they probably stand a better chance at closing out the game there. But just simply getting outnumbered, Surge plays to their advantages. The teamwork always makes the dream work. And when you take a look at the game flow, it was anyone's game to the final moments. But Surge are able to ice up, take the map number 1. And now, going into a protocol search and destroy, this is the most important map for me, without question, for both of these teams, because they have both been struggling in S&D.
That's very true. In the head-to-head matchup, though, Ultra do hold a slight edge. It's like 6-3, I think, in head-to-head map count between them in the search and destroys. Protocol has not been like a common place that they've squared up, though. It's been here a couple of times in this particular matchup. And again, that number still favors that of Toronto, but it doesn't feel like numbers make much of a difference in this tournament. We've got number 1 seeds out. We've got the number 7 seed, number 8 seed in the winner's final. Ignore all that. Let's just see kind of what the recency bias is, because both teams have had, I think, some major vulnerabilities, as you point to, in the search and destroy.
Oh, yeah. You got 2-8 in the last 10 for Surge, 3-9 in the last 12 for Toronto. This was the game mode that was the backbone for them, for their success early on into the year. But like the Death touched on it, they just can't find first bloods.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to be able to do that versus Surge, who love to play protocol because you know what O4 is capable of. He consistently loves to run through top mid. They majority of the time also like to play for that B site. So if you are Ultra thinking, all right, we're going to shut down the bottom aggressive play in towards A, but then are not in full rotation, or at least fully set up off the rotation to contest that B site, that is when Vancouver are going to give you your most problems. But that first flood is going to be the biggest thing on this map too.
Deep breaths there, friends. We have a long series potentially in front of us here. And yes, we want to talk about one of the guys that has been a staple up here in Toronto. It's been Insight. Problem is, he has not shown up in Search and Destroy yet. No first blood wins. To be fair, he's not the one taking a lot of them, but still. Well, he's had the chance to. He's not converted. The KD has not been great. So we want to talk about somebody who could show up and really turn the tides here. How about
we're just in time.
On the opening offense, let's get the protocol search underway.
Yeah, they're going to try to set the tone early on. Not going to be the aggressors to work it towards A. Vancouver already gained early information. There's this
going to take their time and look at 04. Not wasting any time. He's going to almost strike for the first blood, but Kleenex
Perfect
makes
timing.
it pay for it.
That provides a little bit of space to work with over towards field side, with Insight watching over the top. Yeah, Neptune taking a bit of a peek over to see if there was any action for Ultra down towards field. Doesn't really come to fruition. And it's going to be looking like a hit here, unless Kleenex can find behind it. Get up the rope. Hey, how are you? That'll work. Follow up on the Neptune is good, and it all rests with Nasty.
Nasty in a 1v3. Does have the information that the bomb is going to be down right by his feet, but the stun is going to connect. He wins the one-on-one, and realistically, if you're Ultra, no one in a position to trade, so Nasty can still clutch this one.
Off the reset, the regen, and the reload. The bomb has been collected. Nasty's timing on that frag will come up empty. Does get him back down in towards elevator. But tagged. Oh boy, so now he's got to back up again, and his approach of surprise has been eliminated. Quickly back up and around.
Still got 30 seconds to work with. Insight committed on the zip pinch.
It's an individual 1v1. Opening shots. This is on the Insight. There's the Semtex. Nasty pushing forward. The sub finds it first. Does he have the opportunity to get the reset back in? Just down to 22 health. There's the regen. Shots over to Insight are decent. Now playing with the clock.
Oh my god, Nasty.
A 1v3 for Nasty. Talk about a start here for Protocol.
And if you were trying to get some early momentum on the side of Ultra, it's instantly going to get stripped away from you. Nasty with an unbelievable 1v3 to start off the S&D. Wins the one-on-one to start it off by being stunned on the drop down. Information gained from Ultra when that nade connects, but Insight fully committing on that zip pinch. Doesn't allow the trade to fully come in. And Nasty just finesses his life so wonderfully to allow Vancouver to continue to have the momentum and secure the first round.
What a statement. Just when you start to think Toronto are going to come out of that fiery finish to vault and just cool the Jets. Not the case. Nasty for the 1v3. Now Vancouver's turn for offense. Quick hit here for the defense of Toronto. Back down over towards that main double door, but this is what you point towards, Jay. 04 once again getting aggressive early, and he's got an opportunity to possibly find himself a 1v1. Beats reads it. 04's out of there.
04 just going to draw the attention. B's trying to commit on the gunfight, but you're going to basically give the comp to Ultra. They're potentially going to work this bomb over towards B. Neptune edging his way on up. Trying to clear out the backside, but is now going to commit on the bomb flank.
Made over the top from Beans, destroyed by the trophy system. And here come Toronto trying to contest the exit. Not quite able to find the follow-up, and there's Vancouver in the perfect post plant, including Nasty again on 4 in a row. Neptune over the top of his previous plant. No, surely not. Beans, good for one, tags onto another, but help is on the way, and Vancouver quickly swarm to find their second round.
Yeah, you cannot allow Vancouver to take all that mid-map control away from you as fast as they did, because that's when they are truly comfortable. They don't really like to take any risks working towards bottom comps. They preferred the B site the entire season so far. And that is the reason why. You find the first spot, you instantly get the objective down. And the post plant setup just way too strong there from Surge. Ultra need to stop the bleeding and stop it quick.
I don't know what else you could have possibly wanted right there from Toronto. You get a read on 04's initial play. You get a read the bombs being planted. It's just the setup too strong for Vancouver.
I don't know what's going on with all these teams right now.
Nasty's got 5 in a row through 2 rounds.
Toronto's not doing so hot. Bay's got 3-0'd.
Early missile. Stun for Joe. Will tag. A little bit of information there.
Just like yesterday, a bunch of upsets going on.
Just in the nick of time, he actually does get away. He was probably very close to falling there if one shot hit him.
He's able to get out of dodge, and Abuza finds that first love from top window onto Kleenex. So the man advantage again for Surge. No need to do anything extra. Make sure all your bases are covered. I love the rotation play out of Nasty because you're not going to be ready for that.
Yeah, Toronto just cannot get anything going. Nasty going to hold for a moment. Neptune working on a long pinch over through Grandma's. Bomb going to be planted at B. But Nasty's position is everything, as Insight is the one trusted to lock down this post plant. Here comes Nasty and doesn't miss a bullet. Follow-up is good. 7-0 start for Nasty. Post plant dismantled. Flawless round for Vancouver.
That's just a beautiful play right there out of Nasty.
Bro, it's just like Bays. They're being discombobulated.
Shows face on that B side. You instantly get the objective down. The first 10 seconds go away. You're thinking, all right, we can stand a pretty good chance here, even in the man down. Nasty making, again, another Nasty play on the map.
Sounded like an elephant climbing up that ladder.
I'll say.
Instead was not able to hear him. Finds the first. Joe Deceives is stuck between nothing. That's quickly 3-0 for Surge with him on 7 in a row.
And for all of the super nerds that are out there, like the fact that Neptune is the one pushing through, Nasty holds his ground, that's critical. Because at one point it looked like he was going to go maybe earlier than expected up that ladder. But into round 4 we go. Need a response from Ultra, you need it quickly. Keep your eye on number 1. It's 0-4 once again. Beans was responsible for this last time. Here in round 4, Insight's seen it. But a track backwards, and 0-4 says, we don't need to commit on this long wrap through sidewalk. Let's just hit A late.
And this is why they are too much to handle on a map like Protocol. Because you just got punched in the face when they go over towards B in a clean 4v4. But this time you're stacking everybody on the site, and Surge just cut their way back through the middle of the map and drop down in towards A with trophy system. 4v4 retake on the cars. They find the first.
Yeah, that's big. Abuza was the one responsible for mid doors. Now everyone else in the backside of the site just has to play their cross.
There you go. Now that finally gets some going.
Beans follows up. Now it's just down to find it the last. And 0-4
There you go.
by Kleenex. Flawless response from Ultra.
Finally, Ultra take a round.
It always helps when you find that first blood. Surge, more specifically Abuza, just gets too aggressive at that big door. At that point, you're forcing your teammates now to watch multiple things. Just get some bad timing and a clean retake right there from Ultra. Just made that one look easy to finally put one on the board.
It all starts with Abuza falling, though. I mean, just that post plan for Vancouver is not in a position to deal with big door if Abuza falls. So great first team shots coming out of Ultra. Perfect follow-up. An important round on the board for them. Can they go back-to-back? Really, they need to find something around the objective because so far they've been allowed to plan both their offenses. They just cannot get a post plan set up.
Might have to go for a pace change too because 0-4 consistently through both sides, showing a lot of presence over towards Tower. So we're going to be the aggressors. Over towards B. Kleenex already behind enemy lines. Going to catch good timing, but I love how that player does not commit on the gunfight. You value your life, you're still in the 4v4.
The bomb makes its way up to B. There is no defender here to stop this, at least not initially. But Vancouver look, they want to try to test this. Yep, 0-4 clears off the bomb plant. Follow up from Neptune. Kleenex has him weak. Backs down Travis, and there's an opportunity.
Got some trades. You know what bomb is.
The overextension.
Oh, an insight. Thought he was spotted.
Surge are in a good place right now.
Fully on the pinch, and now you're right in the crosshairs of 0-4. Stuck into the corner, instantly going to get taken down, but Kleenex instantly with the response. Still a 2v2.
Yeah, it's a really good bailout. To at least get the trade. The problem is Vancouver know the bomb is down. So Beans and Kleenex have to try to work this one together. Not a lot of time to work with either. Neptune, oh boy. That is one bold choice. Nasty from helicopter, going to give him the information early. Here comes the follow-up over towards sidewalk to try to clear this out. Neptune maybe has missed his window.
He's got to hurry.
Yeah, now you've got Ultra already re-clearing over towards helicopter. Neptune playing up top. Here comes the check down low. Sees the feet of Bean. Stops the plant. 1v1. Kleenex 10.
Oh my god, Neptune.
For the 1v2.
That's just so well played right there out of Neptune. Only 10 seconds left. I was able to sneak by the player over
Good plays.
Kelly, so I take care of the bomb carrier. I got a deadly head glitch that Kleenex is not going to have the advantage in. Thought initially
One spot he was at, I don't know about that spot.
But if you're going to make
If you look down from that ledge, you can probably see his feet.
Who cares? Vancouver 4-1.
Oh man, it's just another one of those that you feel like Ultra's about to just wiggle their way back into the round. Get that to a 3-2 tally. The search and destroy feels like it's turning on its head, but not the case. A combined 1 and 8 for Joe Deceives and Insight. Just has not been good for Insight in the search and destroy this weekend. Stun check comes through. Look at a quick route this time from 0-4. Shut down though by Beans. Early numbers for Ultra.
That's a beautiful read right there out of Beans. Double out of Beans gives them the early man advantage.
Unreal.
Nasty and Neptune already respond with 2. They gain information as well onto Joe Deceives. Nasty is going to be trapped. But Kleenex is not going to commit.
He's got help on the way. Joe Deceives is right there. Neptune, another 1v2 opportunity for him. Surely not. Sees Kleenex. Good opening tags. Has Joey. Can't finish the gunfight though.
Yo, Neptune is not missing, but
in round number 6, and Ultra get their second.
Unfortunately, he got taken out.
From Beans. Find the first blood and the second. The SMG's getting aggressive on the pitch. Staying as an army of 2. Not fully commit on gunfights unless your teammate is going to be there, and that works out there for Ultra. Secure their second round. You have found 4 first bloods in this S&D. It's been a struggle in that category. We just got to start playing our man-up advantages a little bit better.
Absolutely. Next offensive attempt for Ultra. After the aggression they showed last round, they're going to stick with it in at least certain ways for Kleenex. Already front grandmas and immediately around towards sidewalk. Vancouver aware of the timing. Not going to try to peek through the backside of the staircase. Instead, going to commit their numbers forward. Look at 04. Look how far fast he's gotten. And I just don't know if you expect this if you're Ultra. 04 is getting all the information, but the bomb is planted. He needs to find this first one, though. Kleenex gets one before dropping. Not bad news here. 3v3.
The late pinch on inside. It's what his teammates are waiting for. It's already worked as well. Tilge couple steps. 30 seconds to go, but he is going to get picked off. Man advantage Vancouver.
Beans toss a grenade. Abuza not able to connect. Gets tagged into zone right. They don't know where the post plant had exited from Joe, but now they're going to find him. 04 over the top. Just down to Beans. He's found the first two. 1v1.
1v1.
He's got Nasty in front of him. Doesn't get the initial read. Down to 64.
Oh no.
Decent, but he can't get back. Another 1v3 comes through. This time it brings Ultra back to within one.
Oh, Ultra's only down 1 now.
For Mr. Benjamin Beans to make a big time play and search and destroy. To potentially provide a spark on the side of Ultra. And a 1v3 in the swing round. He's going to do wonders now for his confidence. Massive round there from Beans. Gets the game even closer as we take a look at it again. Time is ticking. So you got to understand Abuza still being weak. Has to try to commit on the gunfight. The Nasty, just not enough time there to find the kill and get the defuse. Ultra 2 in a row now.
Different look here for Vancouver, trying to play aggressively through field side. They find Beans for first blood. He has been playing that position in just about almost every single defense. Insight keeps 04 at bay. Stun makes sure he stays at about 1 HP. Bomb, though, gets planted at A all the meanwhile. Insight able to find his second elimination. Just down to what these 3 members for Surge can find around Spiral and inside A.
The fact that 04 got caught right there is not what you were expecting, but the RC's going to force Neptune out of position.
RC, I'm surprised I didn't kill him.
Instantly going to pounce on that, so the RC's going to be responding on the opposite side. You still
Close.
know the pressure's coming.
Kleenex first couple of shots onto Abuza, but the problem is the SMG's in the back of the site. Nasty and Neptune sliding and working together. Neptune drops. Abuza still being held. Nasty able to respond with one of his own. Kleenex down to the 1v1 once again. Nasty from a 1v3 earlier, trying to play off the clock. Gonna give enough separation to just run forward, check it. Not gonna have time for the defuse, and Vancouver will find themselves on map point.
Just a switch up right there is too hard to read if you are Ultra. Vancouver, every single round on their offensives, have never been aggressive in towards bottom comms, but when you send everyone through tower, you find that first blood, you instantly drop down with the man advantage. This is a trade fest after that. Vancouver with the mid-round adjustment now puts them at game point. Ultra need to be able to shut them down.
Yeah.
At least make plays in towards bottom end.
This is just one of those offensive rounds you square up into a 5-3 and say, what do we even call right now? Same thing pretty much as usual. This time, Neptune is going to play an aggressive spot over towards P1. Haven't seen this yet, but 04 falls over towards the outside. Now Neptune has to make a play. Found the first. Going to see a couple of tags that are in. Neptune just dancing. Joe has no idea where he's going. Finds another. Oh my goodness. Now it's just down to Beans. 1v2 opportunity. Finds the first cleanly. And it's a 1v1 with none other than Nasty, who has been incredible this search. Nasty wants the challenge.
Oh, he's so weak.
Frag. Cooked up. Is it perfect? Not quite.
No, Beans got out of that.
45 seconds to play with.
Beans chasing him down.
Bomb not in the hands of Beans. He's just going to wait for him potentially to run right in front of him, and Nasty's going to get spotted.
And the shot's
Oh my god, that was
Beans for another massive clutch. Keep on
such a good play.
This guy is giving them lifeline after lifeline. A 1v3 followed up by a 1v2. He is starting to make big time plays in the big time moments. Still need one more round to try to force to round 11. Adjustments need to come on in. Do not allow SMGs to sneak on by. Have your ARs hold down all of the middle map and ARs and the SMGs to shut down bottom A.
Well, think about the mind games that have happened. Vancouver have shown 04 through the bottom side of tin or front through sidewalk so many times, and now you've got something at A if they start to build. Consider stun check from Neptune. Hits a couple of members from Ultra, and here comes 04 once again, front side tin.
The adjustment At least from Ultra to have someone at Heli, but now Beans is going to be trapped. He has a trophy that's going to keep him alive a little bit longer, but back off the rotation. Sir said, nuh-uh, not going to deal with that. Potentially going towards A.
Yeah, Beans a couple of 1v2s and a trophy. Let's just let him stay there. Let's play the 4v3 and the rest of the map. 0-4. Feeling frisky.
All fours.
Forward. A little bit of information, though. Beans, Kleenex able to assist. And this is all. Surge is playing for the isolation. Doesn't fully come through. Trade is in, though, to a 3v3. Bomb dropping down over to A.
Yeah, that's all the information gained right there. They realize, okay, one bottom blue, one Heli. There can only be one player in towards the A site. No one is here, so the bomb is going to go down for 3. Do you have tax to potentially work your way back on in? There is a trophy for Surge to keep them alive a little longer.
But you have an extra AR on the field here. Joe Deceives, with a name as in hand, has 3 ARs out. RCXD for Beans going to get called. You have to clear out Spiral. They will successfully do that. Also some information on a player playing inside the front side of PC, but Nasty's going to strike first to the 2v3. Joe, Semtex over the top, no trophy to keep that safe. Does not tag though. Now you check the corner. Here's the follow-up from Nasty.
And that's game 2. Toronto is down 0-2. Bro, it's gonna be embarrassing if Toronto goes out on their home event.
Allowing Nasty to get a 1v3 because we're not being patient on a team shoot. That's just tough, man, because even with Benjamin Beans, finding a 1v3, finding a 1v2, you were simply getting outclassed in the strategy. As Vancouver just kept you on your toes at all times. You were consistently stacking towards bottom A. The first 2 offenses go towards B.
Yep.
Now you're making the adjustments to shut down the B push, and then cutting through the mid-map, dropping down big door, and instantly getting the bomb planted. That's a very strong map there for Surge. I know it used to be a good one there for Ultra, but S&D has been a struggle as of recent, and it continues to show.
No, it also helps when I think about what, of our 10 rounds, 4 of them were 1v2s or 1v3s. So it's one of those that you look at the first blood count, doesn't even give you really any insinuation towards how the map had played out, outside of the fact that, like we've seen from Ultra in the past, first blood conversion percentages, not great. 5 first bloods from Kleenex, and you still lose 6-4. A 1v3, a 1v2 goes against you. Those rounds are everything. That's the difference of a 6-4 the other direction, without question.
Just got to think as well, like there was a round on their offense where they found the 2 initial kills, and Neptune, just being a nuisance, sneaks up towards Gun.
Yep.
The fact that he's able to walk away with the first kill, finesse his life long enough for Nasty to find the second and destroy that 3rd player, those are rounds that simply cannot happen at this level, at this point of the year.
Well, you got a Vault Control and a Hacienda hard point to try to get this thing back into the mix. But so far, it's been all Vancouver and a couple of tight maps in the Canadian Clash. The final iteration here on Black Ops 6. We'll be back to the break with Vault Control.
The Scuffed Call of Duty collection is $30 off this weekend only. Visit scuff.co/CDL to upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
It's fantasy.
Coach Rambo, Ultra coming up next, and you guys are 4-3 over them this season. You're 5-2 in map ones, and you're also 9-3 in hardpoint against them. Fantastic stats coming out of it. Obviously, I think you guys have the hottest start when it comes to facing them. Are you going to try and use that to try and close them out early on?
I think if anything yesterday proved is that stats at this point in the season mean absolutely nothing. They had a 2-minute montage of them just slamming us and talking about how great they've been all year against us with the T's. But again, it's nice to know that we match up against Toronto well. We know our play style is suited to beat how they play and how they go about things. But again, the knowledge gap at this point here is null. It really is about who shows up on the day and who plays their best. If all 4 of us can show up like we played yesterday, then we're looking really good, especially in a day where you potentially play 3 matches to make it to Sunday. It's important that all 4 of us are firing all cylinders. So again, good stats to know, but really at this point, we are not using that to any kind of our revenge.
Well, fill your boots, you buttes. We've got ourselves what has been a very entertaining 2 maps. Vancouver currently up on the home squad here in championship weekend for Black Ops 6, but 2 tight maps. I mean, it could not really be much closer than what we've got, but Vancouver still hold the edge. Flex your Molson muscle right there, Jay. Tell me how these guys reverse sweep.
Oh, it's going to be tough, man, because if you are Ultra, obviously you're spawning into your best control on the season. 14-8 overall record on Vault. You're great on both the attacking and the defensive side. But if they're able to get through this, the next 2 maps are heavily in favor of Surge. You got a Hossie Hardpoint and a Dealership S&D, which you are 1-9 on the entire season if you manage to get to that game number 5. But they're probably not even worried about that game 5. They want to take it map by map, and this young man on that side, Mr. Joe Deceives, he has to be an X factor because he didn't bring it in at S&D.
Yeah, I think the thing about this, and we've told this story a million times, kind of looking between the SMGs, between the individuals on either side, but one of the things we've often said, and maybe not pointed to directly in a very specific moment, is Neptune is not just individually being great. He's helping set up his teammates for success and vice versa. We have not seen really throughout consistently the rest of the year where Joe Deceives is getting the supporting roles that he needs from players like Insight and Kleenex. I think you saw that, of course, in that most recent stat line from Insight, just not really being able to find things in the search and destroy. So it can't just be Joe. That's what I'm getting at. It has to be all 4 guys as a part of the success that Joe is already starting to create.
Oh yeah, without question, man. Every single player needs to step up to a whole different level because your backs are against the wall. Here at COD Champs in Ontario, you do not want to try to bomb out here and potentially end your season on not winning a single map in the last 2 days. Ultra are a lot better.
Well, Toronto's got a better record on this map than Surge, so they need to get this map win. They want to get some confidence in this series.
Let's see what we get. We got Toronto on the offense, trying to frame up the reverse sweep. Can they find a way to kick us off?
But they already played on this map, so and Surge looked really good on it.
Opportunity to likely get this first tick of progress, but Neptune fights back, and you got Nasty working on a bit of a pinch.
Oh, and they already find the second kill as well. So
there's already 2 down.
The numbers advantage. We can still try to find our way back in towards A before this first segment gets locked. They do just that. Now the map control in their favor. You already have players like Nasty working the OE through B Street, and Ultra got to take their time working out of the spawn.
So many critical 1v1.
3 down.
By Vancouver right there. I mean, it's just the trust that Nasty in a 2v4 essentially can still run through B Street, know that Abusa's got his too. Unbelievable. Ultra work out of the early spawn trap quickly, though. Back onto A we go. Secondary fight good for Ultra. Fighting Nasty is critical, but 0-4 up top. Now has the pressure mounting for Vancouver for a quick response. Stun in. Here comes the take. Neptune shut down immediately.
Oh my God, Joe.
3 in a row, and the first tick is locked.
And the second segment also could potentially be locked in. 0-4 does find one on the pinch, but second segment gets locked. You're still trying to extend the time early on if you can. You're finding trade after trade. But
Neptune will not die.
Can only get one. And Surge, take mid-map again.
They got
get the second tick locked.
Second tick on A.
45 seconds, just a 2-life deficit. 0-4, slippery in the pool. Shuts down one route, but the quick trade is in. Neptune also found before he could push up, so that should be enough to try to flood through.
Oh my God, Nasty with the 3-piece.
Are you kidding me? He gets another triple. Now you're under 30 seconds, and the rest of Surge's defense is here.
They have the advantage again. Already find the initial kill.
0-4. Don't do it to him.
Kleenex wins a one-on-one. Actually finds a double, so it's all on 0-4.
Stop it. 9-3. both weapons to play with. Clock pauses at 14.5. Here's 04 looking for more. Has the AR.
Oh, that was a nasty angle.
Not quite more. Kleenex inside the longtime duo. Keeping the play alive. 9v8. Keep that in mind as we so fight over the top of the A zone.
Oh, that might be A.
Extra 60 seconds.
Yep, then it's A. But they're pretty even in lives right now, so anyone can take this round.
Insight, being the fundamental guy, wraps back over towards backside ammo, gets the flare farthest pushed on up, also finds a second, but it's a 6v6.
Traded kills.
Spawn is close to try to get the fourth member for Ultra on towards the zone. Still plenty of time. 6v5 numbers for the first time for Ultra, favoring in the life department. No trophy system down to keep Kleenex safe, but a lot of the opening utility has already been avoided. Here comes the follow-up. First tick of progress looking decent. You got a pinch being worked on by 04. Does he get around the backside of Vault Stairs? No one's watching for it.
Oh no, and that was 3 down.
Neptune gets the third, and numbers go back the way of Surge in the 4v3.
Now, if you are inside, just value your life. Currently have some vault control.
Yeah, just gotta play some S&D now.
TDM round now. Already gotten 4 segments. You're trying to look for the opening kill. Kleenex gonna spot out 04. He's not gonna commit. Just gonna play his life still.
Clock down. Starting to be an extra enemy for the Ultra. Insight does get the isolated kill to 1-04. 3 versus 3. Final 18. This next move is the most gritty for Ultra. How do you get onto the zone? You haven't really even looked towards B Street. You don't know if anyone's playing off of a pinch. And now it's on.
You got 10 seconds. You gotta do something.
Before in teal, playing around the back. There's the stopping of the clock. Nasty finds the first. Semtex out, setting up his teammates for more. Joe sees the
last guy, Joe, and that's the round.
Anywhere. Oh, what are we talking about? What a
Surge is looking good.
Yeah, Toronto was just trying to play for the information on what the setup was going to look like. You throw a shoulder at line, you spot out Neptune, but you realize there's only 10 seconds left. We have to commit on the objective. And that's what allows Nasty, the player who was originally sitting at the statue, to know no one's working the pinch. They're all got to be walking from the front side. And times that flank to perfection to allow Surge to not let that defense slip away.
So many individual heroic moments. So many. Abuza starts us off. Nasty follows up with 3. And then you also get the long pinches coming through for Neptune and 04 over and over again, just keeping Ultra on their heels. Still, decent progress had been made for Ultra on the offensive side. So not the end of the world before Tick's already confirmed.
Now, Surge, your opportunity for the offense. Everything about control is usually off the break off.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Team kill is going to go down, so you still have presence around this mid-map area. Now all of Ultra off the respawn. This is some guaranteed segments for Surge.
Yeah, just give Nasty credit for that team kill supplied by Beans. So much damage has already been tallied. Opportunity for Joe to try to pop up through the hole in the vault. Nope, shut down by Neptune. Kleenex though. A little bit of a pinch set up with Beans. Finds 3. Pistol out. Abusa with the whip. But again, already an extra 60 had been tallied. Big news though, 2:10 on the clock and 3 life edge for Surge.
Now that 3-piece from Kleenex is not going to be felt. Boozer still holding down the mid-map pressure. You already find the initial kill on the OE for Joe. You're looking for this trade on the inside. All of B Street is cleared out. Let's pause the game clock.
Beans up top, good damage. Neptune pushing forward. No, not going to get the second. Ultra will stabilize. Nades out, keep Abusa down for cover. 22 plays 19. Still a 3 life. Make it 4 life. Make it 5 life. Edge now for Surge. Able to win in the kill feed. Nasty's got some outside palm control. Now you've got to pause the clock to a minute 44, but Insight gets 1. Opportunity for a pinch on the other side for Joe for Ultra.
That's a big kill from Insight and a bigger kill there from Beans.
Wow, what an exit.
Working on the pinch. Wins the one-on-one, secures ammo side for his team. Is now going to force Surge to either work the OE or waste time on the rat back. 1:30 left to play with. Kleenex whip out an extra AR to take down Neptune. But all the map control in favor of Ultra currently.
04 trying to work on the red dot hunt. Can't quite get the mantle up top through ammo. Instead, goes the more traditional route. Finds Joe. Now it's an SMG to play with. Neptune cleans up. That's going to lead to open to the middle of the map. Nasty sees the rear
it's close.
Can't quite finish, but Neptune's right there to supply the kill. Beans the last one standing as Surge now make their way forward.
They don't know where he's at.
Not know where this guy just went. He was just in front of Art. All of a sudden,
Oh, that's 3 down.
and he makes a merry impact.
Oh, that's 4.
All 4 coming off the respawn. You only have 1 player on the objective. Nasty setting up the repinch. Surge are dominating.
No, if Nasty got that.
Slide, slippery slide. Neptune all over the place in the back line. Second tick done, third on the way.
That might be it.
Beans gets the
Oh my god. And a 2-0 for Surge.
Up 2-0 the control.
It's just too much pressure on the side of Surge. The AR's drawing the attention, the SMG's hitting the open lanes. If you're not finding trades, the game is only going to be more and more difficult. Now backs completely against the wall.
Yo, this is gonna be crazy if we see another 3-0.
Down 0-2 in the control. You got to put it together right here, right now.
A mountain to climb, though. Break off, super critical just to getting an edge early and trying to turn this series for maybe a first time in favor of Ultra since we were here on Peak 1 in Map 1. Kleenex on the corner. 0-4 gets first blood. And here comes Surge from the catwalk position. Trying to work their way in to stop the progress immediately. Kleenex wins his first battle, but has so much more in front. Decent snap, but Surge, too much help nearby. Keep the A zone safe.
All the map control as well in their favor. First second does not get locked in, and Joe is going to be trapped into a corner.
Or not.
But wins the one-on-one gunfight, so you have the numbers advantage to still reinforce your way back to the middle of the map. But 0-4 with the Semtex evens it up. Inside of Bees, though, combined for 2, and it's still a mixy battle around the
A bunch of trades going on.
30 minute left remaining in the fight, though. Neptune down low. What a snap that was on the inside. Beans over.
Oh, it's 3 down.
And now Surge start to make their move forward. Kleenex holding off the spawn trap as long as simply possible, but Neptune in and out just like a ghost. Finds himself his 20th elimination. He's 20 and 13, making 21 with 4 in a row. Travis McCloud has arrived. He's dominating the Great White North. But Ultra stop him in his tracks and have a chance of 30 seconds to try to get more progress done today.
That's a big 2 exit kills, but now we need to try to extend this game clock. Everyone let's stack in towards A.
Oh, it didn't get that kill.
Because here comes 0-4 from Top Cat. You know he's not going to shy away from a chow. Sets up Neptune for the second. You got the numbers to reinforce your way back through mid. Ultra, last push.
Kleenex just kind of finding some opportunity to
3 down.
Block at B. But the rest of Ultra,
Nasty right there to waiting for him.
Working through Nasty, trying to get the extra 60 seconds. Nasty finds his opening. Vancouver a little bit slow to get back over to recontest, but here comes Neptune on the cross in, denied by Insight.
Well, it's 2 down. That might be A.
Lives are going to be tied. That's going to be a second tick. And Kleenex is going to try to play 3 bolts. They're shut down by Nasty, but the extra 60 should be earned.
And they tried to make quick transition over towards B, but at least you have been able to extend the game clock. You're just still down by 1 life.
And it's still even. So.
On to Mr. Travis McCloud. 24 and 16.
They're losing lives very quickly. It might be it for Ultra.
There's only 55 seconds left to work with. Ultra gotta find an opening.
And Neptune is still finessing. You have to deal with him. Finally, Beans is able to put him down. But boy, that dog can hunt. Insight now over towards B. Nasty still playing on the outside of Palms. Vancouver a little bit weary that someone had slipped through. You can see a couple of members are looking backside Art. They get the clearance. Now you've got the clock. Stop, but Nasty pops up, finds himself 1. Insight in some trouble. Nade's coming through, but denied by the trophy, but he cannot slip away. 9v5, final 30 seconds. Last life for Ultra.
Ultra got to make this one perfect. You only got 30 seconds to make something. Gonna have Kleenex trying to work the OE, but Neptune wins the one-on-one versus Beans. No more respawns.
What a story it's been for Neptune.
Oh no, it's over. GG's Ultra. GG's.
And no one will survive. Vancouver. They dominated Toronto a number of times this season, but this time here at World Champs, the most definitive of 3-0 as Vancouver move on.
Ever since the addition of Mr. McCloud,
Yeah, Beans is devastated.
Purple have yet to be able to beat this squad on Vancouver's side. They have just been unreal. So far in the season, he averages a 1.3, and I think he just won up that entire 3-0. He was just simply untradeable, unnoticeable on the map, and just way too much to handle for the opposing SMGs on the other end. Vancouver are starting to rally. They finally get over that hump of beating LAT for the very first time this season, and so far they're making the most of it every match after.
This has just been one hell of a tournament. I mean, this year you could go back and you could classify the fact that we had a top 2 teams and then there was a battle of who wants to be the 3rd best team in this game. We wasn't sure if it was going to be Toronto. We weren't sure if it was going to be Carolina.
I think we got the boys playing next.
Comes into the mix. Picked up from challengers having one of his best
OpTic versus Boston
and
Breach.
instantly turns a group of guys that, let's be honest, we're not looking at this Vancouver team.
I think the boys are going to come out with the win today. Oh, of course, they're going to come out with the win today.
2 grand finals, and now you've dominated the Canadian Clash and a chance to possibly be more than the 3rd best team in the game here at Champs.
Yeah, it's insane, man, because when you think about this Vancouver squad, they made it to, like you said, 2 grand finals, lost to Atlanta, lost to LAT, have yet to be able to beat LAT throughout this entire season, but sometimes all you realistically need is one opportunity. They found their opportunity this past weekend to get over that hump, and now they feel like no one can beat them.
Correct.
It's got to be a good feeling there for Surge.
The 2 teams that beat him in grand finals aren't in the tournament anymore, Jay. Not sitting here trying to sell the farm to Surge, but they're buying, it looks like. 3-0 here against Toronto. Don't worry, my grandma's couch is still fine as we've got ourselves still a full slate of games, and who knows what's going to happen at this point. You don't want to go anywhere, but for us, we're going to head things down over to the stage with Blaze as we're going to have our post-game interview there. And I think the thing, too, about this, and I'm curious to see who's going to pull and what he's going to ask, is simply down to, does this team feel that they have a chance to continue what is going to be a long day today, Jay?
I don't expect them not to say no. Like you're expecting as a player, I'm going to spawn into every single series. I'm going all the way to the distance. As we take a look at the bracket again, they secure themselves in towards the top 4. That's what you are trying to do, but we know them in Miami is going to be an absolute simple matchup.
Well, we only got, what, 3 matches left? Yeah, Boston Breach versus OpTic. Whoever's losing that is going to go to elimination finals, and whoever wins gets Surge in Miami. Go to the finals tomorrow.
Of course, we also have Boston and OpTic ready, but it is Travis McLeod ready with Blaze for our post-game reaction.
Yes, sir. I got Lightning McLeod with me on the main stage. Make some noise, everybody, for the Vancouver Surge as they come out and show that they are the rural kings of the North here, all right? Now, Neptune, I got you on the main stage. This was a quick 3-0, all right, for you guys to kick off the day. Did that feel like an easy 3-0, difficult 3-0? And if so, why?
It felt like an easy 3-0. It was, besides first map was really close, but we were able to close it out, and that's all I'm happy about.
There you go. And in that first map, it was a point in which you guys got down to, it was about 202 to 179.
Yeah.
And I believe the deciding factor was around P4. You know, what changed right there for you guys to really kind of close out that first map? Because it was a back and forth battle to the end.
The last P4, when we were down, we knew that all we had to do was just win that fight with them. Once I killed Bean's top P4, I knew that like we were good, and that hill is a pretty easy hill to hold. So going into P1, it's normally 50-50, and we were able to close it out.
There you go. Okay, you played phenomenal on that first map. Okay, Ontario, did he play well out there? I know y'all got to show him some love. Popping off, running all over the map, but another player on your team that popped off was Nasty in map 2, dropping 14 kills to pull out that win. What you want to say about him there?
I mean, Nasty's a beast. Good shit. I'm really happy that he was able to hold us down to S&D. It's been a while since we played that map, so shout out Byron.
There you go, all right? Now, you guys got 2 more matches today to make it to Sunday, and we know how important that is. What do you want to say in here to your fans that came in here and supporting you against this tough crowd today?
I mean, thank you guys for all the support. The job's not finished, but we're going to keep this momentum going, and we're looking to win this tournament.
You heard him, the job's not finished, and they want it all, trying to make it to Sunday. Chris, take us away.
Things are heating up in Kitchener as Vancouver knocks
Hey,
out
man,
the
we'll
home
see.
team. Toronto Ultra exits with a 6th place and $80,000 prize. That's not what they were looking for this
At this
week.
point, I have no idea who's going to be playing OpTic in the
I don't
finals.
think anything has gone to plan. So.
No, Chris, it hasn't.
Everyone's looking good.
Wow for Ultra for me. I mean, just deflated. I think
Everyone's 3-0 in these big teams, so like, I don't know who can be in the finals with OpTic.
Broken and beaten. Of course, we'll see them a little bit later on in EWC, but until then, tough way to end the year.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights. 04, I expect to be in a number of them, and so will this, man. Neptune was popping off. Early on, though, Toronto showing some life after failing in the search and destroy. We thought, all right, maybe Vault Control is where they can bounce back. Historically, Vancouver sucks at Control.
Yeah, and historically, Vault should have been pretty good for Toronto Ultra. 14-8 in the season. They pick it over half the time when it's left open in series. But from the side of Vancouver Surge, they've just been putting work in that game mode, right? It's been the one thing that kind of kept them on the outside looking in on some of these top teams. And obviously, I mean, Neptune played with a chip on his shoulder. And the response...
Yeah, so that was the triple there.
Ends with a 2-point-something in this final map number 3. I mean, he clearly wants to make it to that grand final.
Yeah, you know, just a different control from Vancouver than what we've seen in the last stage and a half. I mean, slow, a little more slow and controlled, and when they need to erupt and try to put teams in a spawn trap, they're doing it together now. It's not as individual. So for Vancouver, I mean, this is a team that, like, Search and Destroy could not win recently. They've been figuring that out. That protocol now seemingly added to their map pool. This team can absolutely make the run. You look at, like, their competition, it's teams that they have had a lot of success against in the past. So, yeah, it could get real interesting.
After a day one stumble, Vancouver has bounced back. They have 3-0'd LA Thieves, and now they take care of business against Toronto Ultra. And I have to ask, who's in the MVP discussion? They are officially a top 4 squad here at Champ so far.
You have to say Neptune just because numbers he put up, but I think Nasty is pretty close behind. I think he's kind of their X factor right now. I mean, he goes 14-5 in that Search and Destroy, wins some impossible 1Vs. I think he's everything for Vancouver right now.
One of those 1v3s earned our Scuff play of the game. Go ahead, gas him up over this, Miles.
I was going to say,
it's the 1v3.
Hey, he's the best red-headed Call of Duty player in the world right now, active at the very least. I mean, that's just the absolute facts. But hey, Nasty, a sensational performance in the Search and Destroy. Obviously a reason why they pull away the win. And this is the round 1. It set the tone.
And it was just unbelievable his thought process through this, because second he eats that stun, he's like, all right, they know where we are. He books it to the other entrance. Toronto Ultra's just not thinking about this at this point, right? He ends up winning this first gunfight, slams the second guy. I mean, just unbelievable. Nobody thought Nasty would be able to close out this 1v3 and get the momentum going at.
Yeah, I mean, the Search and Destroy, just massive plays for him. There were a couple other rounds where he almost clutched 1v2s if it weren't for the bomb timer. Yeah, Nasty just has these massive impact plays, and when you couple it with a guy like Neptune, when he can perform on a world-class level in the respawns, you're going to find success.
Vancouver Surge with this win are now guaranteed $160,000, a top 4 finish, and for a lot of these guys, you have to think it's a contract year. Let's take a look at our bracket, because after starting with 8, we are down to our final 4, and we are headed to that winner's bracket finals next. OpTic Texas taking on Boston Breach. A little bit later, though, Vancouver going round 2 against Miami Heretics. It should be a good one, Ann.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember that series, that map number 1, we're sitting
there
like, okay, Surge.
Look at all the 3-0s. So many 3-0s this event.
We're halfway through day number 3.
It'd be nice to see Vancouver versus OpTic in the finals.
The Call of Duty Championship Weekend 2025 continues after this.
The Scuffed Call of Duty collection is $30 off this weekend only. Visit scuff.co/CDL to upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
Hey, if any of y'all checked out the stream, definitely leave a like on it if you guys enjoying the video. If you're watching this as a YouTube video, you can hit the like as well and let me know who you think is gonna win the tourney. Down to our final four. Thinking OpTic versus maybe Vancouver might be in the finals. I don't know. Everyone's looking good right now, but I think this is our event. We haven't had the best events the last few tourneys, but I think this is ours today. I think we're gonna get that back to back.
On match day, everything matters. What you focused on the night before, how you slept, what you ate. Players gather in the arena, ready to go toe-to-toe, fueled by the dedication, passion, and love of the sport. The mind has to be focused, clear, locked in. Any unknown variable can mean the difference between winning and losing. And when you have your pride on the line, every decision has to be perfect. Every movement calculated, and every shot on target. If you want to be remembered here, you have to make them believe. Scuff has been a proud and passionate supporter of Call of Duty esports for 14 years, and enables you to play like a pro.
You're gonna check it, right? You're gonna check it. Oh, it looks one way. Envoy's on the other. The magic bench continues. Envoy gets two. Scrap gets another. It's all on Nasty 1v3. I promise you, he's in that corner. It's his corner. It's Envoy's corner. Oh my God! Pleasantries exchanged between squads.
That was crazy.
Not being in respawn? I do personally, yeah. You do personally?
I do too.
I think it would make the viewing experience worse. What did I just see on my screen? Who was that guy? Did you see that? No.
Yeah, who was that guy?
Who was that guy? I don't know. Welcome to Citizens over there on YouTube. There was some random guy, like, see how they have the quad box? Like, there was some random guy just like in the all four boxes. And he looked like he was going crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Listen, that's just too easy, right? He just slid out and his boys are eating on point. This is Cammy.
Oh my gosh.
Cammy versus the world. Holy Cammy! No, it's Demon Joe. And there he is. Well, Awakening sets you up. Purge knocks him down. There's the final
Purge.
Purge is playing campaign. Like what? Purge, the heretic.
I love it how they made it just so I can, after the video is uploaded, I can just remove the songs from it. So that's probably the best, one of the best features they made for YouTube.
Dashi, I have to ask you, about the team. I've heard so much. This team's just insane. Like, we're flowing. We're doing great. I'm just so interested in exactly what it is. Like, for you specifically, you have been so good recently. So good. I love to see, like, the Go come back, and it's incredible. But what does the pickup of Merc do for you, like, personally and individually?
Yeah, Mason's been unreal ever since we picked him up. We've only gotten better every single day in practice ever since we got him. Just a lot more reps, a lot more chemistry. It's starting to flow a lot more. We kind of understand each other's tendencies and stuff like that. So it's been going. We're still getting better even right now. So it's just a matter of just making every rep count. And I'm excited to play today.
I love to hear it, Dashy. Thank you so much, and best of luck.
Thank you.
At this point at Major 4, we weren't sure if OpTic Texas was going to make it to champs. Here they squeak in with the number 7 seed and are actually the favorites going up against Boston Breach, the A seed in our winners bracket finals. This is history in the making here at the 2025 Call of Duty Championship for Black Ops 6. I'm your host, Chris Puckett, alongside I Hold Shift. We've got Rosalie and Nameless, and I want to start with you, Shift.
Yes.
What was your confidence in OpTic? After bringing in Mercules, we knew the potential.
Sure.
But what were their odds when you saw them matching up against FaZe in the opening round? Did you think they could make it this far?
No. Just flat out no. I think the thing about it is, like, we know what Mercules brings to the table. We saw it immediately in Boca Raton. We're also seeing what OpTic was able to do throughout the qualifiers at 4 and at DreamHack. But with that came a lot of really bad results. And I think there's a level of, is this actually going to make this team a world championship contender again? I think the thing about it is some of those losses that are sticking in our minds, like a loss to Gorilla's Mate, all the maps they've played have been tremendously close since adding Merc to the mix. So I think looking at what his addition has meant, this team's finally clicking. They're playing their best COD of the year, and they're rightfully where they need to be.
Nameless, you said
Yes,
something
sir.
incredible in the green room. You
I
said
think it's
this
our-
is not just
our
OpTic's
event.
best games of the year. This could be Call of Duty's best games of the year being displayed by OpTic Texas. They are 6-0 on their run after taking down number 2 seed Atlanta FaZe and number 3 seed Toronto Ultra in the winter semi.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's the best Black Ops 6 gameplay we've seen from any team. Chris, they are destroying teams. You talk about the Atlanta-Toronto series, 3-0, 3-0. They're destroying their will to play the game. They sent them down to losers bracket. Both those teams got 3-0 bopped out of the tournament. They are compromising everybody in their way. Everybody on this team is just flow state, Allie.
OpTic just 3-0'd them, and then another team 3-0'd them, so I think their confidence just like went down. Because now they're in the losers, they're normally in the winners.
They were at rock bottom. The only way you can go is up. And in the past 3 weeks, they are now #1 across almost every category in the venue this weekend. So if there's any path to victory right now for OpTic Texas, is to keep doing what they're doing.
Allie, the bad news is the teams you beat kind of didn't accomplish anything here in Texas, right?
No, they did not. That's kind of like the only hot take is like Atlanta FaZe had to drop 1.3s just to win by 40 points versus Carolina with a player that had a 0.5. You know what I mean? So not the best showing out of Atlanta, not the best showing out of Toronto. However, it doesn't completely take away from the fact that OpTic Texas made so many improvements.
My view on that is that OpTic compromised those teams, though. Like,
Facts.
they ran through them. You go down to losers bracket after that, you're questioning, like, your practice headed into the tournament.
Yep.
Like, that match that they had against Toronto was ridiculous.
They beat them so bad, they mentally boomed them for future matches. is
Yep,
the take.
that's
On
exactly
the
what I
other
just
side
said.
of this showdown, you have a squad that only
Just destroyed their confidence because they just went in the losers, and now they have to get themselves out and play a lot more matches than what they would normally do in the winners.
Nameless may have been that one voter who put in Boston Breach coming into champs.
Maybe on the sly, you know, me and you know, their moms and their dads. But listen, when you talk about this Boston team, you know who they had like their most success against? Can you tell me, Alan?
It is OpTic Texas.
They're 4-0 in S&D, but they're about to lose their first S&D.
3 times back-to-back in their last 2.
And they played them in the last stage, and they were able to beat OpTic Texas with Mercules in the lineup. They love this matchup.
Outslayed, by the
Have
way.
they done it on land?
Yeah, they did at Major 3, not with Mercules in the lineup, though.
The thing is, there's also a level of, like, remember back in the beginning of the year when everyone was like, dude, this OpTic team is disgusting? The only team that beat them in the online qualifier stage 1 was Boston.
Yeah. I mean, it's just Boston play unconventional at times, right? The map vetoes can get a little bit weird. We're going to see maps that Boston love get through here in this series. So this could be an electric winners final.
How did Boston get here? Let's take a look at the bracket because the 8th seed in theory had the hardest road of them all. They took out LA Thieves in a 2-3-5 and then went on to be a red-hot Miami Heretics who just went on a 3-map spree against the Surge.
And that's what's unbelievable, right? Is Boston Breach, again, a team that you would look at this lineup and be like, all right, Giga, Wake, you're looking at Coldward, Cammy, like you're thinking Respawn across the board. They haven't won a hard point so far
Correct.
this event. They've come incredibly close. However, mind you, the rewinds, I never want to see them spawn in on that
Facts.
again. But versus OpTic Texas, that's where they find the most success as well, is going to be in those respawns. So this could get weird. We could be looking at another game 5.
If there's a game mode you want to be working at Champs, it's search and destroy. I mean, you get here and like the stats don't matter as much as you heard Rambo talking about. You just got to come out and steal a hard point. If you come out, you win this map number 1, all of a sudden this becomes terrifying for the Green Wall.
We're going to keep digging into this matchup. The pick'ems are on their way. Stay locked. This is Champs. We'll be right back.
Oh, come on. We get to the match.
Is $30 off this weekend only. Visit scuff.co/CDL to upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
But what the hell? What the hell is that?
Wait, that guy's bowling. Wait, he's watching bowling. Look, look. You see, he's watching bowling.
Yeah, what the fuck? I gotta throw, bro.
Wait, is he trolling? Wait, is he trolling?
Wait, he has to be trolling.
Wait, is he trolling? He's gotta be trolling, right? Wait, he's gotta be trolling, right?
No.
That's not right. That's an Easter egg from the CDL.
They got the stack. Second tick is done. FaZe trying to go. It's moving so quickly. Can they get in and contest? They're soaring through. It's just about done. The contest is in. Shotzzy kills everybody in front of him, but FaZe are able to get in. Getting a point, man. Here we go. Gotta hold with no respawns. They're holding for now. They win 1. Nobody left. FaZe hold with no respawns remaining.
Like the worst time.
Wall bang him. Put your head down and secure the target.
We're so back, baby!
No way!
We're so back!
Deranged Native! Deranged Native with 100 gifted subs! Oh my god, they're shit!
I got it so bad.
What the heck?
I'm one shot, nice. Last deep left. That's just the don't even shot then. Look up. Yo, Byron, Llama 2X was right. You're awful. Just grab him, just grab him, just grab him.
Record for most kills dropped in a single match. It's 115, and it's
Gwyn on the collapse. He gets the angle. He gets the kill. His series continues. Gwyn's here.
Yeah, this is his place. A double headshot, 7 in a row.
He is taken over. Maybe just trying to end the Rookie of the Year conversation. Just put himself back in front with just a dominant performance here. Time to go. TJ gonna drop. 1 is fallen. 2nd will drop as well. They collapse. Oh, on Gwyn. Of course it's on Gwyn. 1 player left. Hudson finds it. Gwyn seals the deal with a record-setting series for Gwyn. Gwyn is different.
4-3 in game 5.
Oh no.
Oh no! 4v2.
Line up with ARs. Nice little deep shoulder coming through.
Oh my god.
Whoa! No way! He gets the 1 through the drop, and then all
to the Esports Report. On this week's show, we cover the current COD League standings.
Help me. Watch right.
Yeah, two backside.
One shot.
Nice! Let's go, baby. Come on.
Did I get an ace 5-5?
Hey.
On the line, it's like, you know, a lot more bragging rights.
I think the very first map is the most important map. If you go down that first map to OpTic, chances are you're not going to win a series. I think they have like over 90% win rate after they win the first map, so it just really comes down to that first map, I think.
When you go up 2-0, it's really hard to come back, and we're really good at sealing the deal and just closing the...
We've been practicing pretty hard and, you know, watching a lot of film and stuff like that, so I'm just fully confident we're going to walk away with the W.
Oh my god, those are such good times back then.
He's got a trophy though, right? He threw a trophy out. He threw a trophy out. I think this might be too slow. He got it. Oh, he does get it. Yeah, it was too slow. He gets it. He just hops it right away.
Wow.
Nobody checks the bomb.
I think it was right by Jen. Pickle's like close to me somewhere. He's on the door. It's gonna be close. Yep. Alright. Oh my god, come on. Good game. You like that. That Dante takeover. Get here. Come on the stairs, Nice. I'm looking you. Could be outer. Outer. Nice. 3v1. See, nice. Oh, nice, baby. Oh my god. I mean, I'm trying to scam it. They won't even kill me. Last one. He told me. He did get to go. My bad. You're good. Go, copy. There's 3 on 2. Short steps.
That is all she wrote. Heretics, 3-0 on control.
Unbelievable stuff. Again, these guys on this map were lost for so long. The improvements they made, never mind, the map is going on 0.0. Vehicle didn't know either. Heretics started celebrating, and there's still game to be played.
There's 2 segments gone. Wow, what's happening? It's not over yet.
Yeah, that I remember that. That was a crazy.
You are an incredible
crazy match.
Individual player. You have been doing some crazy things, even here at Champs, but for the rest of the season too. I want to know what it is about teammates or just situations that allow you to play the very best that you can in high pressure situations.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, I feel like each individual on this team like has its moments. We all like support each other pretty well. We believe in each other, which is the most important thing. And I feel like when someone has to shine, do his thing, like we let him shine, we let him, like everyone just helps each other out and understands when it's their time to, you know, try to like pop off or something. But yeah, it's just really good team to be a part of.
Love that. You shine very bright, Snoopy. Very bright indeed. Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it so much.
Man, stop gassing them up.
Close. Nice. Good job. Yeah, that's it. Tempus freezer. Tempus freezer when you kill him. I'm trying in.
No.
I was side door and it killed me. I was like right inside a side door.
In the front row, they make it to nearly every single event. That poor guy that hit the deck today outside the venue, is he here?
Saw that. That was tough.
Hey! That poor guy ate concrete for breakfast. Tough one.
Oh, he really ate concrete. He kind of did a flip.
And out which team will take the largest portion of that $1 million prize pool and etch their names into Call of Duty history forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Las Vegas, the World Series of Warzone Global Final.
Draws on mid, guys. Oh my god. Mid.
your boy Shotzi, man, with the ace. Little ace, man.
Eliminating Vegas Legion from champs.
Yes, I know, but yes. They're seeing him like, ugh.
I don't know, actually. You are lying.
I'm lying? Them guys. My bad, Clay.
Keep that together.
Well, it is not the Ravens. It is a phoenix that has risen from the ashes here at the major.
Bro, what is that clap?
They take flight. They break the curse. And London can finally weep tears of this joy and not despair. Oh my goodness! Vamos Heretics! I cannot believe what we've seen. Simply unbelievable. The madness in Madrid continues.
Nice, bro. I would have killed him. I just ammo.
This is ugly, bro. What are they doing on the map?
I'm over at Club Bell, supported by Scuff, where I'm so excited to show you something that you guys can get your hands on here at Champs. And it's this
Wait, they
bad
have
boy, a
bobbleheads,
limited
or they have
edition
like
Scuff controller only for Champs. And you can get your hands on it by signing up for Bell's 1.5 gigabit internet. It's as easy as that. Now you might say, well, I have no access to any of my emails, to any of my info, because my phone is dead. Well, don't worry, because Bell has you covered as well. Because over here, we have an incredible charging station. If your phone's dead or it's getting low and you want to keep on all the updates here at Champs, you can go and charge it right here, right now. I'm going to go test out this bad boy over at the 2v2 station with Scuff, and I'll see you guys back on the floor.
oh my god, so much nostalgia videos playing. We just want to get into the video into the match. What the heck, Priesta? That's crazy.
Yeah, got me. Don't even worry about it, guys. You just got on.
So go next.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Did you go next?
Just go next. Just go next.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, we gotta laugh that one off, boys. Oh,
Yeah, we got that one off.
I'm bad.
We gotta laugh that one off.
Correct.
No, I'm dead. I'm dead. No way.
By self revive?
Nope. Honestly, it works out. I'm starving. Bristol calls these my old man chips.
Oh my god. Chilling there eating his chips.
And our players are ready to go. Nameless.
Finally.
I know you've been around the block. You've seen some people, some skeptics out there, some that are a little superstitious. Do you know what could have possibly caused the delay before this match?
Listen, all I know is this is the first time OpTic's on that side of the stage. Clint walks over, he let me know, and I know back in the day, that was something that used to get in my head a little bit when it would happen to me. So maybe they just had to lock in, but we're going to have a great series.
One side of the stage is cursed here in Kitchener. Let's take a look at this map pool, though. Is OpTic in trouble, or are they vibing with the triple dose of Hacienda? We'll get it for games 3, 4, and 5, Alley Cat.
Yeah, no, I don't hate the beginning of this for OpTic Texas. I think this opening vault is going to be really important for them. They've been a great map.
Oh my god, Hacienda 3 times after Protocol and Volt?
Hacienda near the tail end, we know that has been Boston Breach's bread and butter this weekend. So OpTic looking to take an early lead.
I know we're very excited for this matchup for two stars in particular. They go by the name of Snoopy and Shotzi, and they have been studs in their role. Talk to me a little bit about the SMGs and what they're expected to do in this series, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because at the beginning of the year, it looked like this was going to be a season that was going to build towards a Shotzi MVP season.
It did.
And then everything started to fall apart. There was no pacing, there was no tempo. They tried it with Hook, didn't really work out. Who would have figured that Mercules was the one to now enable not just Shotzi, but Hook in particular, I think has been undeniable in the first 2 matches that they've played. I'm really keeping an eye on the Nuke.
Yeah, 100%. And then on the other side of that, Snoopy, his player comp is Shotzi, right? Like, coming into the league, we thought he has elusive movement. He can take over, in search and destroy, get lost behind enemy lines. So stylistically, it's a very interesting matchup to watch Shotzi and Snoop go up against each other.
It's Ant's favorite team versus the planet's favorite team. It's time for our Scuff Pick'ems and Nameless. I want to put you last. I'm going to open things up here. I think OpTic Texas somehow makes people forget about Major 1, 2, and 3. They are going all the way to a championship spot with a win tonight.
I was a hater on Boston's success when they came out of Major 2. I was a big critic of their major success at Major 3, thinking I didn't believe what Boston could do. They have been denied. They have been doubted. And I'm going to keep doing that. I got OpTic Texas.
Oh my gosh. Hater.
Doing that is insane. Listen, my Twitter mentions have been full of people begging me yesterday to not pick OpTic today. I'm going to go Boston Breach in this series.
Wow.
Listen, first of
How
all,
dare
I
you?
have a favorite team.
Don't pick our team was the request, Allie?
Yeah. No, I swear to God, y'all can check me right now.
My favorite team is who just plays good Call of Duty. And OpTic has been playing phenomenal Call of Duty. It has literally been flawless on the map. So, I mean, looking at it, I think that ends today. I'm going with Boston Breach. I think Boston.
Oh my gosh, Nameless.
Coming out to fry. Purge has been unreal.
Y'all are doing this on purpose.
I think they win.
Canada, are you ready to start this party? Make some noise. It's your winner's bracket final.
Messed up. How dare they troll us like that?
24-18, Ford shows himself 24-17 from unbelievable stat lines. 26-12 in Daki as Shotzi keeps running the kill. Snoopy with another pick. 7 straight for Snoopy. 4 straight rounds for Breach. Round away for the winner's final. And their hearts are pumping. More OpTic absolutely suffocating here on Skyline. Front of the hill, but numbers are going to be here, and Tammy finds all 3.
No, we not leaving nothing behind. Better believe it. Come out and see we drawing the line. I want it all. I don't need a reason. I am the one that they really believe in. I want it all.
This is COD Champs, everybody, and our winners finals. A big money matchup coming to the stage. 160,000 on the line, in which only our best superstars of the league can handle this pressure. And our next 2 teams coming to the stage, we're about to send one to the grand finals. Now you guys can boo, you can cheer, but I need you all up on your feet and make some noise for OpTic Texas and the Boston Breach.
It's a battle of the green teams, and you look at this matchup, Boston have dominated it over the course of the season, but with how OpTic has looked recently, it's going to be the hardest one yet.
Yeah, both teams exceeding expectations, and now it's time to see which one powers through into Sunday. This should be the best matchup on the day so far. Let's get it going, guy.
I'm ready to find out who's the meanest in green on the main stage. Who wants to go to the grand finals first? You ready to get this one popped off? Merc, Maven, I hope you're heavily caffeinated because this one is going to be a wild ride.
Ready to get twisted. Listen, this is what we all expected, right? 8 teams here. You're 7 and 8 seed in the winner's bracket final. Of course, it has been a chaotic and unpredictable weekend. This is not the winner's final anybody had in their brackets. Brackets were busted day 1. The busted kept on happening. I got no idea what to expect. I mean, my gut, my heart tells me this is one that OpTic should handle with ease with the way they have been playing. But the Boston Neslos, bro, never count them out.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a tale of 2 very different teams.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a close game. Both teams have been they've done really well.
Boston Breach, who have just survived.
I feel like OpTic's gonna just
Can they win a hard point?
demolish them.
Very similar play styles. Snoopy versus Shotzi.
I would like to see a close game, but I think OpTic's just gonna destroy him.
Oh yeah. That's the key for the team. They got 1-5 overall. Because if you look at the stats, I mean, back to the Heretic series, I think they outslayed like 50 across the
your
hard
stats
points.
are going to look pretty ugly when you're 0-4 in hard.
Oh, 100%. 100% they are. But that's why sometimes those overall KDs just don't tell that much of the story when you talk about an event.
Come on, boys, let's go.
The entire event, because Search and Destroy, well, it can win championships, and maybe it will this weekend. Winners bracket final. Already guaranteed top 3, battling for a grand finals appearance and a chance at that first place, $800,000. Who will get there first? Who will get their crack at it? Breach, OpTic. Their hardpoint record are champs yet.
Oh yeah, see, we're 2-0 and they're 0-4. I think this first map should be ours.
On the Boston side, you are flying.
That's absurd, dude.
On the OpTic side, I think just the question is, like, did Boston finally get on a board? This is an OpTic team with the crowd behind them. You do not want them to win this map one and get that momentum, but you have dealt with it throughout the weekend if you are Breach.
And OpTic on the opposite side have been so good when they win the map one. They've been incredible, and we'll see if they can do it here. Let's get into the battle in winners bracket final. Hoop has been the literal nuke, and he'll look to get started. And well, he'll get
no.
strong. That's gonna be
4. Let's go. 4 down already.
You are Boston. I mean, the guy's literally just on the floor. Melee and Dashy's got his back. This is what we talked about. The OpTic teamwork just being exceptional. Just everybody frying, and well, that
nice.
That continues. You don't have a kill if you're Breach.
Yeah, they're gonna get one eventually. I mean, no, the KD hasn't been good.
No, maybe not.
Mercules is I'm not going down first.
No, they aren't. Oh, they finally got a kill.
Oh, nearly a third, but Mercules there with the bailout. 30 seconds already on the board for OpTic. A perfect start.
I mean, this is just two teams in this
nice.
Who have, I mean, you're Boston. You've never played on a winners final at Champ Sunday or for a Champ Sunday.
Oh, if he turned on him. We're in a good position right now. We got spawns. They're spawning out. We're up 40, 36 right now. 40 points.
7-1 start for Mercules. He has been nothing short.
That's what we like to see. A 7-1 start. Oh my God, Mercules is a freaking aimbot. He's an aimbot.
Do it quick. On the other side, Mercules continues to take over. 10-1 out of him. A double from Shotzi with the nade. You only have 8 points if you're Breach. You're getting hit by a sledgehammer. That is the green wall early.
And again, it's Hoop right off his spawn. He's going to back up and play rotation for P3 and P4.
Oh my God.
He just continues to shoot through the door. The pre-fires connect. He's getting loud, yelling across the stage. And again, it's just the fundamentals. You are already here if you are OpTic. And if you are Boston.
Oh my God. Get demolished. Get shit on. Oh, and you got 3 down.
Finally, maybe numbers here an objective, but then Dashy gets 2, and the Cape Crusader backs you up and shuts you down. I thought it was going to be a third with the pistol. But Snoopy will come out on top of that. But you're just looking for any kind of points. And Shotzi is looking for cheeks, on the hunt, finding kills, setting up his squad for success.
Nice, 3 down.
Dashy's just chilling outside.
I mean, you have nothing. Again, just perfect gameplay here for OpTic. Number 4 and Snoopy maybe going to try to go on a route, but as you said, Dashy's here. Free for him from top art.
Dude, and the fact you're getting P3 time, like,
yeah, so much time. You're already at 100 seconds.
Jesus. Come on.
That's what we talked about. It's not just one. Everybody is having their moments as Hook finally gets cut down. The pistol almost connects.
We're about to be talking about map 2. If it continues like this.
Pretty soon.
There needs to be a break here early for Breach. Awakening is able to slip across. Might be able to make something happen. He got a presence through the front, but
Oh my God, 4 down already. It's too easy.
gets the other 2, and the bloodbath continues. I don't know how much blood.
17-6, 13-4, dude.
Slam. The green wall, too tall, too thick. Breach just can't fit. They are getting slammed. OpTic Texas by 120. Let's hear the comms. They're taking over.
He's through on me. I'm dead.
At the tree wake. Low square.
Okay.
We are missing square. Square dead.
Nice, good shot.
One just wrap their cat steps. Yeah, I need ammo.
Wrap their cat steps.
Yeah, they're trying to pull, by the way. I'm gonna pitch you guys right. That's probably you in our corner. Okay, got him.
Yo, he's awakening spawn hold. One's off hold. Nice. Three. Block. Okay, they spawn there. Hold him. Play away. I have con. I have all of left. One's left weak. Hoot, help him.
What's your cat?
On my left, Cammy's a bullet con. Cammy's a bullet con. Okay. I'm gonna go left.
Another one close. Purge. He's like our close. What stun are you?
Yeah, we should try. I'm pushing the left. I ran through the left.
You really,
I'm pitching.
Nice, good. He is Brandon.
NRU, Cammy. Another one.
Oh, I thought he was gonna get that.
They got a P2 spawn on you, whoever's out.
I spawned here. They're gonna need money.
Yeah, we spawned here.
Okay, one's close. Okay, one is close.
Find these guys. I'm finding these guys.
You guys will.
It's gonna be you.
I have our money hit. He's top cat on you. Cat steps. Stay down.
Dead.
Nice. Outer on me. Awakening. Shit.
On the one.
Okay.
He's going back.
Still back here. He's on time. I can't. On time on me.
He's outer. Stupid, so weak. He's going front.
Okay, they're spawned up front.
One more top cat. Wait,
Hold on, I have your cross. T3 dead. I have your cross.
Really cool.
Okay. I still have cross for money.
I saw the cross.
Cat steps, front short.
He's one shot. Yo, Cammy's crossing T4.
Cat steps.
Outer left cam.
Cam dead.
Snoopy, two cat steps.
I don't see him. Cat steps, purge. Another one short in time.
He's outer trip.
Short in T3.
Wait, actually, we should look like that.
I'm banging mid though. I'm trying to.
I'm gonna play some. In the back, weak. Right, he's on the. Yeah, I think it's like that before.
Cammy dead.
T3, T2. There's two of them outer.
Just hard block. Yeah, they spawn on time.
They're spawning on time. Like, swear.
Trying to get now.
I think we're spawning on time.
Yeah, they spawn on time. Trying to get to them.
T1 one shot.
Two on me.
Make sure you guys rep hard.
Top cat dead. Another one is still right on me.
Yo, I'm
Playing for the guys right.
One guy's probably on you, Art, by the way I spawned.
One was right on me. Snoopy, one was cat.
Well, Joe, I think this map one is going the way we feared.
Yeah, that was a long. They're listening, but God, OpTic is just demolishing them.
Fantastic to listen to. Hercules is
Boston's getting a few kills now. Getting a little bit of points now, but I think it's pretty much over. They just need 60 points.
Hoping for some kind of lifeline. As we always say, if the guns get a little hot, you start to win some engagements.
Well, I mean, if you focus in on this map, right, it's kind of, this is like the last chance. Can you find a good
How'd that not kill you?
Full 60 at P4. That's it. That's how you get back into the map. But you have to start slaying.
Alright, he's 3 down.
Again. Awakening, you're going to be the last player up, and you see the green arrows. You're going to spawn out if you are Breach. Who's going to spawn up at Statue, and he knows right away. It's a 1 versus 1 4P4 rotation. He has been fantastic in these scenarios throughout the weekend. Has the AR out, and well, he's going to find the freebie. If they win this rotation, game done.
I love it, just the patience, the ratty plays he's been making.
Nice.
So good, and when he needs to beam, he is dialed in. 50 more needed for the W. This has not been close. It's hard to like hype it up. This has just been a murder.
It reminds me of last year, right? Their third sort of, or their second.
Nice, 3 down.
In Fred, pulling out an AR more. It's the same thing here with Hoot. Just slow him down, allow him to get his kills. You pull out the AR, the guy is hitting, and fundamentally, just so darn good right now for OpTic.
Streak is in, connects with one, connects with two.
Oh my God, triple.
Shotzi gets all 4, wiping them off the board. 20 needed for the win. The annihilation of the Boston Breach continues. OpTic Texas have been perfect. They've been dialed. They seem untouchable in moment by
Oh my God, this is. Bro, they cannot be touched right now. Nice. Let's go. Game 1 done. Absolutely shit on them.
And I'm just going to talk about it. Like, you know, if you're an OpTic fan, like, you knew your team had the potential, but, like, they've hardly shown anything even close to this.
I think that's what's been frustrating.
Anything close to this.
It's been frustrating all year with this team. Like, we kept hoping this was the turning point. This was the turning point. This change was the turning point. And it's going to be a weird year. Like, even if they win the event, it's going to be weird to look back at. Like, you're basically top 8 all year. You're good for 3-4 days. You win it, and, like, okay, I guess it's a great year. It's just, it's weird, right? Like, I don't even know what to compare this to when you talk about the history of Call of Duty. Like the champs that comes to mind, I guess you have to probably Call of Duty World War II, one of the weirder ones, I guess. But like, it has just been insanity. And with Thieves out, with FaZe out, it's just like, who is in their way, bro? Who is in their way? And it certainly doesn't seem to be Boston Breach, but. Yeah, not that weird for Breach. They go down to 1. Okay, yeah, it's search and destroy time. We'll get back to
like, we don't even need to play hardpoint. We haven't done it all week,
right? They get outplayed by, what, 45 or something like that? It is ugly, ugly, ugly from the get-go.
Dude, all of them almost going double positive on OpTic. Everyone else on the other team negative, double negative. That was absolutely slamage.
Got this team hungry again. Whether at the beginning of the year was pride getting in the way, egos clashing, where the hell went on with that like original 4? Mercules comes in with like maybe a renewed passion of a young player, re-energizes this team, and this is nothing short of marvelous.
No, it is, yeah, especially in the hard point. But yeah, for Boston Breach, I mean, I don't know. I was on a team, right? You know, in Dose, we won a ton of game 5s. Just we were losing a ton of respawns. Like that can happen. It's just sooner or later that it's probably gonna run out.
That search and destroy magic.
So difficult to always win your search and destroys. A couple of bad rounds don't go your way. Some clutches not going your way. But we'll see if Boston Breach have life here in map 2.
Can they get to the Haciendas? Well, yeah, that's one at least, but like, can they extend the series so we have 3 of them?
That's it. Yeah, they've been so good at Hacienda all year long. But yeah, gotta get there first.
And it's also tough, like you're talking about relying on the search and destroy. I guess it's been great, but like also the controls, like the weird thing too, considering they're, you know, like they were bad for the most part in control outside that one stretch where they really turned to a different gear.
At least he's laughing. I don't know, what else can you do?
Oh yeah, no, you can be like that, that's all you can do. Laugh, like, all right guys, remember 2-3-5, we're a 2-3-5 team, let's get there. But that attitude might change if you suddenly go in a hole early in this map too. The game's low, yeah, it is mostly a flat line.
Man, after seeing that, I'm excited for the second map.
They got shit on, man.
I want to see Boston lose their first S&D if it's just the tourney. I thought FaZe and Toronto got slammed, but no, that was actually slammed. For her first 100 points, couldn't even get a kill for Boston.
50 to 100, a couple of those hard points, but like, yes, once a couple gunfights went their way, once that crowd, Dallas, and well, crowd here, crowd everywhere for OpTic, once they really get rolling, yes, I mean,
I told you, bro. I think this is our event.
They go Super Saiyan and they take over.
Got Dashy, you got Huke, and it's top S&D KDs. Yeah, Mercules on the top #1, dude.
They've been perfect, and Mercules, I mean, he's special, dude. I don't know what else to say.
I just want to know where Shotzi is, bro. Shotzi needs to be up there. You get them in the top 4, bro. Bro, he's hyped. He is hyped after that first match. I would be hyped too. But we gotta stay composed because we don't want to get too excited and we start making some dumb plays.
Yeah, just shut them down. And I thought, well, as much as I thought that was like a...
No, they're undefeated. Both of them are undefeated.
It was. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, we just saw FaZe in the Heretic Series too. Just look out of swords here. Like, I don't know what the hell the team was this weekend. But
so we're about to find out who's going to lose their first S&D map.
In that first series.
I think Boston's going to lose their first S&D map.
Neither team has lost the search and destroy. It's just been much more the conversation for Boston Breach because that has been the winning condition to move them on. Map 2 now. Can Boston Breach answer back or to... OpTic Texas dig this grave a little bit deeper. Because it feels like half of Breach's body is in off that open.
Nice. No, is he shooting bodies?
Shooting bodies and then gets traded out. I think it's a result.
It's fine.
He's like, hello, hermano.
Maybe don't want to do that in round 1, but you know, just saying hello. Because now it's a 3 versus 3. And well, Purge is going to go on an angle. He's going to find one. He slid by another. Yeah, Dashy was right next to him. So it's a 2 versus 2. Purge going to put that round away. But again, he's not really the only one shooting.
I was like confused as he slid by. I was like, huh? Where's the second? Where's the trade?
Nice, Dashy.
One early.
Dashy 2-0. Dashy's got this, man. Dashy is the clutch master. Oh, let's go.
Doesn't have the read, and the ice god in Dashy
Big Brucey.
the opening round.
Shotzi gives them a freebie, pretty much.
Yeah.
Gives him a freebie.
I'm not fading. He was definitely shooting bodies, right?
Oh, no. He was literally like, here
I bet you if he kills another place, he's gonna shoot bodies again.
Yeah, yeah.
They start going up in a few rounds, they're gonna start shooting bodies.
Does it in round number 1. 3-on-3. Yeah, Purge. Yeah, just with how quick that animation is on the slide, doesn't see the second. And then Awakening just never even expects this. Doesn't even look at it.
Nope. Playing a 50-50 or whatever you want to call it. Wasn't thinking that was the play. Dashy going to get 3 in the round. Purge.
He's trying to fight.
He is. I mean, that's what we were talking about at the beginning of the hard point. Really the one person fighting. Coming out strong here. And yeah, he could have. I mean, that whole thing happens because Purge slides by Dashy.
Nice.
A lot different, but Snoopy going to be blooded on the breach side back-to-back rounds.
You just never saw him cross the plat, and now you're just playing this bomb. Look at your other teammates. Who's just going for it, trying to set up Mercules and Dashy. You don't even expect this if you are Boston. He is all by his lonesome. Well, now Mercules is in position to help on out. On the other side of the map, it's going to be Purge, potentially versus Dashy, but here comes
Oh my God, Mercules.
Unbelievable out of the kick.
Let's go, bro.
And OpTic not slowing down. Dude, he's so good. He's so good. I mean, both of them right now, but I mean, Dashy's been doing this for a minute. To see Mercules.
Yeah, he has. He's been playing for a while now.
We've had some players do it over the years.
And normally, like, Awakening is watching this, right, from that top window. That's just a freebie. They don't think anyone is there, but Mercules, yeah, just reads it perfectly, ready for the slides. Dashy buys time on the other side of the map. Well, you get a first blood, but you don't turn into anything if you are breach.
Yeah, Dashy 4-0. I think he might be close to an RC car.
Quickly. They've survived the 0-1 hole all weekend, 0-2. It'll be new for him. Snoopy, first to drop for breach in a couple of rounds. See if he can change this. This time they want double chow. Chow to Shotzi. Snoopy put the dirt.
Oh my God, I thought he had that triple.
Shotzi, the A-Site Reaper. I mean, if that show's going to happen, he's going to get 2 each time. You're not winning any rounds, that's for sure.
Yeah, Awakening with a nice kill on the hook. So 2 versus 2, a lot of time to work with. You can maneuver around the map, and well, you can see they are a duo of OpTic. They are down low. Similar to last round, you're just going to plant the bomb over towards B. Awakening, he's across the map. You'll plant a couple of islands right now if you are Boston.
Awakening just trying to reposition.
Yeah,
the more time they spend looking for him. It's like he shoot to turn some heads here. And there's wondering, where did he go? Look how much time is going to be off this clock before you can engage.
Yeah, but Boston has like no idea.
Still winnable for OpTic. Hercules on 3 straight, and here we go. Now to another 1 versus 1.
Oh my God, Mercules.
You lose some aim assist there. It looked like
Dude, and Mercules fucking got that, dude.
Well, he snapped.
I would have jumped out of my chair.
He lost it on the stairs there.
This series might be over. He does that.
But nice win here from Awakening. Well, he's the guy. They're down a man. He's able to turn this into 2 versus 2. Jamie Awakening play the round well.
Yeah, his aim didn't look a lot sticky either. That was maybe a messy one. Needed the round. Yeah, Giga's pick to get into the 2v2. Probably the biggest. Then at first I didn't know if it was like panic shots or he got shots. So we like switched like right after he shot, or if he was
he
really
saw him
trying.
zip. He saw him on the zip.
Oh, okay. So this guy is trying to get the return. Right into it. Shots. He's been dominant down here from the other side. Purge will shut him down this time. Dashy though gets 2 with a sub in hand. Showing he can do it with everything. He's 6 in 1.
Well, there were just no nades or stuns to stop the entrance there for OpTic, but 2 versus 2. Jamie with some great shots, but Mercules, he just goes right back to the spot. Such a power head. Double
Nice, let's go.
A multi-kill round there for Mercules.
Hook made me a little nervous. Once he just got rinsed off the heady, I was like, wait, this gets way more interesting, but
yeah, but think how often, right? Like, Shotzi just runs into computers and hops up top. There were no nades. Like, Snoopy, he's just screwed in that scenario 10 out of 10 times. And as you said, Dashy finds a sub, and he's like, this thing is easy.
Now, I think Snoopy started in the map 5. He was like 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 or something, and then went on that 7 or 8 spree to earn a streak. Like, he turned it on. His timings, his gunfights, they started to go his way. They need to. Purge has got 2 first bloods, but looking at 1 round victory. He's looking for another first blood if possible, but they'll just take position for now. Back up Shotzi into stairwell. OpTic looking at play the 4-on-4 retakes. This will come down to the trophy placement.
Are there any trophies? I don't see any. So Boston's going to go.
Nice, Shotzi.
Push spiral instead. Shotzi wins the gunfight.
Let's go.
Trophies. They try to take a fight, and well, they just
GG's, bro.
nobody dies on the side of OpTic.
Yeah, what I was saying was coming down to the trophy placement. I assumed they had one.
No, nothing.
And that makes sense why they tried to just push it out. No trophy. I think they end up having one.
But I feel like you
hip,
gotta trade that on the Shotzi then, right? You can't just back down.
If the call's to go, you gotta go.
Gotta go.
Part of the reason they started out 4-0 in S&D has been they've been so decisive. Not decisive enough there, and Shotzi continues to play with confidence. Gashi 7-1, leading the lobby. Up 4-1, and we might be looking at a day of 3-0 as the way this continues.
I mean,
Yeah, it might be another 3-0, bro.
But also 27 damage. Like,
It might be their first loss in S&D.
What? Yeah, legitimately one.
What do you do?
Maybe an
You
8.
just got to slow down. Like, it's hard.
It's hard to on Proto.
And just the way he plays,
Yeah.
it's just his body got shot. It might have been an effective mental game there out of Shotzi.
Snoopy 0-5. We got Hook 1-3, but we're still doing well.
So that's a trophy. So that'll be helpful. Boston reached their turn to try the retake. Shotzi has 3 first bloods. 3 of his first 4 have been openers. He has been crucial.
Well, they're gonna check this. Someone pre-fires it.
No way he still wins that fight, bro. No, dude. Dude, they just can't do nothing. OpTic is absolutely slamming them, bro.
It seems for this Breach team, whether you have the read or don't, it doesn't matter. OpTic's simply too good.
Just not winning the gunfights. I mean, that would give you the first blood. You would then have a man advantage to retake the bomb site, but yeah, Wasteland just loses it up close.
Oh, yes. Give him the 0-6, bro.
Oh, Shotzi let him know.
0-6. 0-6.
Letting Snoopy know now. Welcome to Winners Bracket Final.
Yeah, I mean, that's the mental side of this, right? I mean, Winners Bracket Final versus OpTic team. They have not been in a scenario like this. The young Boston side. See if they can continue to fight.
Round by round. They'll try to bring it back. No plant yet. Maybe looking to catch somebody, get a little over aggressive from the OpTic Texas side. Maybe waiting to get a trophy loaded in. The time continues to bleed. OpTic continue to wait. Now plant is in. Mercules trying to finesse.
Come on, don't let Snoopy get a kill. We need that 0-7. 0-7. No, he got a kill, bro.
Crossfires in. Cammy left alone. 80 HP.
Let's go, bro. 2-0.
As they are in cruise control in the winners final. Listen, the fact is, I mean, Breach, this tournament's a win getting to this point. Based on how these years have gone for this organization, and I don't know if that's the way they're viewing it. It can't be, but they're simply outclassed here. No signs of life. Just pinned to the wall.
I really don't have much to say.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Should probably cut that off before. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, pinned to the wall.
Listen, Desk, I don't know where I was going.
I was hoping Snoopy could get that 0-7.
Pin the tail of doggy or whatever or something. I don't know, bro. Guys, settle down, man.
Mercury's going absolutely nuts.
Great on one side, on the other.
As usual.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I said after map 1, I'll say it again. Breach, you're getting shit on. There's no different way to look at it. Outclassed, outgunned, outsmarted, out everything. You know, maybe you worry a little bit. Shotzi shooting bodies round 1. Will it come back and bite us? You know, his mouth has come back to bite him at times this year.
They won
but
the round.
Not biting him now. Not biting him now.
Dude, absolutely slammed both maps.
Okay, what's your bright spot?
Now we got Hacienda control.
You're going to 3 Haciendas in a row? That's all I have for it. I really don't know what else to say.
Come on, dude. Sell me on how Breach are going to win, Joe.
3 Haciendas. That's how they would win.
Desk.
Man, I was going upstairs trying to get my nephew a scuff controller. Had to run back to the desk. 6-1. Dashy, slow down, son. This is a takeover series. You 100-point club in the hard point. You embarrass in the search. How do you bounce back if you're Boston Breach, or are they cooked?
They need Jesus. That's about all I can
We
get
all
to.
do sometimes.
I
Let's
mean,
take a look at some of the highlights here, Alley Cat, because these boys on the green side are frying. That's, of course,
Insane.
the Texas side.
My God, they're not losing. It's not only that they're not losing their ones, is they're all finding seconds. It's unbelievable. The ARs completely took over, and that's not number 2 on the side of Merc and Dashi, and that's not often what you say when it comes to protocol. They're winning impossibles up close with the AR, and also just the aggression. Like, it doesn't feel like Boston Breach has any map control at all throughout the entirety of this series.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like every time it comes down to a 1v1, like OpTic's making the perfect play.
Yeah.
I mean, early on in the Search and Destroy, you saw Shotzi basically shut down bottom computers. Nobody wanted to go there for Boston on the offensive side because you had to deal with that man. I mean, OpTic's like a freight train right now, running through everyone.
I wanted to ask in particular about Snoopy, because coming into the match, he was the guy we highlighted, dropped a 3-point in both of their searches yesterday to get to this winner's bracket finals. How do they silence the man? He exits round 7 with a 1-7 record.
you just don't give him any space to do anything. That has always been kind of the linchpin for either success or failure for Snoopy. Beginning of the year, we were like, wow, Boston's going to be a nasty red card team, and Snoopy can keep running around. Then all of a sudden, teams started shutting down lanes. He's not able to find any space. Obviously, right here, he ends up 0-6 at one point, and you're like, he just cannot get anything going. He's got nowhere to work.
Yeah, I mean, a couple different things. Like, you send Shotzi right at him early, get the first blood on him when you need it, and then when OpTic are retaking, when Boston actually do get an offensive push going, it's instant. All the trades come in so fast, so Snoopy has no opportunity to make massive impact plays. And, you know, as we go back to this map number 1, I mean, this is flawless. I mean, every rotation seemingly won by OpTic Texas. P4's lockdown shots. When he has the AR in his hand here, I mean, good night.
I mean, yeah, it's their best hard point for a reason. They pick it over 40% of the time if it's left into a series, and we saw why. The fundamentals were obscene from the side of OpTic Texas. They had every rotation. They were early over on the side of P4, and even when they had to do the breaks, it was typically Dashy or Mercury's finding those opening two to give them the lane. So for OpTic Texas, if hard point keeps looking like this, if Search and Destroy keeps it close, like, they look unbelievable. I need like a documentary on what happened in the 3 weeks before this event, because this is unbelievable.
And you gotta think that the stage side doesn't matter. Any thoughts of curses are out the window. You are on cruise control if you're OpTic. Is there any way they fumbled this bag?
I mean, they're going to win this series. I mean, you look at it, and it's like the control has been better for Boston, but the man on your screen right here, Mercules, he has been the #1 control player since he's joined this OpTic team. They have been the best control team since he's joined. So, I mean, it's going to be a tall task for Boston, and as we pull up their numbers, these two young men have been on top of the world.
Mason Ramsey may have the best comms on the team. It has been a game changer for this squad that has now found flow state. Is it still the honeymoon? Does it matter? OpTic 1 map away from
Let's go, boys.
to our grand finals of champs once again. Can they go back to back? Stay tuned, friends. It could happen soon. Ladies and gentlemen, as the players are getting ready, going over it with JP, let's take a look at some of the numbers for this one. Alley Cat, we've got some odds here, and a lot of them are in favor of
That's crazy. They're over there laughing like
both these players have explosive ceilings, a 41 bomb.
Like they aren't down 0-2.
Yeah, also slightly different roles, but yeah, these have been our best control players so far this weekend. And I mean, Mercules been doing it across every single game mode, but Purge has been keeping Boston Breach and
Mercules is God himself.
41 ties that with Joe this
Is what I saw on a tweet.
These two are going to be your players to watch.
And it looks like it.
Watch in your eyes, if it's not one of these two guys, and who is the X factor for Boston to get back in this series?
It's going to be Awakening. I feel like he had a slow start to this series. He's going to have to wake up.
Yeah, it's
That and Snoopy. Snoopy had a terrible S&D. He needs a.
Joe, it's time to awaken.
He wants. They ain't want any chance.
Yeah,
Snoopy
I'm
needs to
hoping
step
they
it
wake
up.
up a bit, because this series is about to put me to sleep. This has been as lopsided as it gets, as dominant as it gets.
This might be the fastest series I've seen today.
I guess I want some kind of fight out of him, make it interesting.
Yeah, sometimes this is what happens when upsets happen, right? In the bracket, right? Just days at 3-0.
That's what I was worried about day one. When the upset started happening, I'm like, this is going to be a lot of 3-0s.
Well, it might still have that, but yeah, as that's what talking about, right? It's been the control. It's
been the search and destroy for Boston, but down 0-2. They just need something.
Something, yeah, anything.
You pick one player. They need all
miracle.
4 players. All 4 players to wake up.
They might need some thumb injuries on the OpTic side. I don't I don't know, man.
Need some thumb injuries.
They get to Hacienda. It's been some magic for them. But in the 0-2 hole, I don't know if a 3 stretch of Hacienda is going to be enough to bail them out of this. We'll see, though. Can they turn it around, or is OpTic simply too good? I think we know the answer right now, but stranger things I feel like have happened this weekend. It's been a weekend of freaky results. Let the freak continue.
Let's go.
Breach look to bring it back with a monumental reverse sweep, but they somehow do it. But they got to get a map on the board first. It needs to start here. Break off is crucial, and so far, OpTic have the advantage.
Yeah, you're 2 for 2 now.
Nice.
Well, Tammy's going to get traded out.
Nice.
You're going to
Two
find
down.
Snoopy going on that secret route. So you have your ARs in power positions on the objective, and you get shots in office.
They'll get pushed out and start to ramp it up at A. First tick through. Dashy continues to look for victims. Unfortunately, a double chow there. He'll get shut down. Hook doesn't get the angle on both to clean it up, but at least trades out one. Then just goes soaring out into the eyes of Purge.
Well, Shotzi's been here for a while now, right? And we've seen this throughout the weekend, right, where that one player's pushed up office, and really what our defensive teams are doing
bad
is
timing.
and then trying to find a timing off spawn just like that. So this is the first time I said it this series. Nicely done by Boston.
Yeah. It hasn't been a whole lot of that, but still a lot Call of Duty to be played.
Trades.
Going down 2, they get 2 straight, so Boston Breach stay in the fight.
Still even.
Cammy wrapping back off spawn will be awakening and Purge. As they'll look to take the fights. They chow together. They take it. Cammy's going to get one out towards lobby, so he's going to look to pinch this, I think, from well side. Try to get him behind the POV of Hook, but not going to get there in time to shut it down. Hook now is going to play his life as long as he can.
Yeah, now he's going to be that solo player, but he's got to pause the clock. Only 17 seconds. He has to distract Boston, and, well, he's going to do that. All 3 green arrows going to fly at Hook. When they down to take him down, he's able to find one.
Oh.
Can't find the second, but he gets his teammates over towards
Good
A.
kills.
Now, this is where it gets messy here for Boston.
Some clutch kills for OpTic.
No, needed that.
He had that one. He looked frustrated in the camera. Thought he had one as well.
Nice.
seconds to go, but the multi from Hercules keeps the green wall here and fighting. Hoop chains in another one. Everyone backed up and basically coming off the spawn. The extension.
I'm about to have A.
Yeah, they're on both. The extension is there. The progress.
Yeah, we got A. Let's go.
Everything you could want more from OpTic Texas. And the sledgehammer that is Hercules continues to find kills.
No way. You just got slammed, Cammy.
The kid is different, not 5 straight.
Yeah, now just going to play his life. Wait for his teammates to come off a spawn. He knows
Got an RC car.
him. 50 seconds left. His teammates are able to get out towards well.
On a 5 streak right now.
OpTic push over towards fences. Well, just
Must be out of ammo.
I'm going to assume. So it's all about the pistol right now from Hercules. Timing, I don't think that it goes.
Oh, that was close.
Able to connect onto Awakening. Boston trying to do what they can. With the start that they had, you would love to win this round.
Eating
Just
bullets.
slow down this OpTic assault.
8v8. Will Hook's route.
I mean, it's a wide
Pay
open.
off. He gets through the back line.
Oh, that was close.
Engagement. You thought maybe Hook had everything and more, but he'll get shut down. Still 2 people here on the point. It's contested for a second. Purge will lock up 1. Nice double chow there from Boston Breach. 25 seconds to go. 5 versus 5.
Oh my god, he's so weak, bro.
Nade is in. Trophy, though, there for coverage.
Yeah, no,
Well, even.
Love to double chow that, but he's got to wait for his teammates. 5 versus 5. Dashy's just holding the line. Spawn Shotzi, he's going to get taken down by Purge. Big win on that side of the map. Now it's up to Hoot on the pinch. 3 versus 3. 10
Nice.
seconds. And, well, you can see Shotzi's on spawn, so it's pretty much a 2 versus 2.
Oh,
Hoot
no.
maybe a little bit too quick, but he gets the trade.
2v1. We can do this still. Let's go. Yeah, that was a close round.
A nail biter round 1, but it's OpTic out in front. Finally, maybe some sign of life from Breach. The fact is, you lost the round.
And I think they just had to get that kill onto Dashy, right? When you had that final double chow from Awakening and Cammy, I feel like you have to find that kill because that gives you some more map control. Did you push up fences? Did you push up towards well? Instead, they back down. That allows everyone off spawn for OpTic to just get to Dashy.
And listen, OpTic just won an offense where Shotzi went 1 and 8 at 300 damage. So it's like they're feeling good. They're feeling good because you know how important he can be with his routes. None of his routes were working. They're getting picked up, like you saw it snipped out at the end of that. But the fact you're still able to win it, I mean, it's got to feel good if you're Shotzi, yeah?
No doubt about it. Yeah, I mean,
thanks, boys. They hold on defense. Take an even bigger edge. Right out bottom, secret and into the point goes Purge. Snoopy's got an AR out. Awakening taking some fights. Snoopy with the AR still there for coverage. You still have Purge on it throughout this, and that'll be that tick. So nice little opening sequence here from Boston Breach. Snoopy continues to shoot straight with the AR out. Purge gonna get done on the objective.
About to have A.
As well.
You've had some of these good little stretches here for Boston. Just can they take advantage of it?
Gotta get him off A.
Easier on offense than defense. A couple of players going to go on some long routes. Hoots going to get picked up, and it looks like OpTic, they're just going to give this up. You already see number 16, Shotzi. He's just pushing up well side. So a nice start here in round number 2 for Boston Breach. They only lose 3 lives, 8-point done.
That's a hell of an opener. Backs against the wall. Beautiful
Nice.
there. Out of Boston Breach. Now OpTic Texas.
Nice, 2 down.
Defense needs to be terrific for
Oh.
2 minutes plus some when you talk about pause time. They kind of slow this down for a bit.
Well, that's the players out of their spawn. It's Mercules and Shotzi. They're going to find one. Purge, he's able to get his time.
Nice, 2 down.
The other 2 players going to find kills on the OpTic side. You will pause the clock. Maybe back Shotzi up if you are Purge.
Might be the most even map we're gonna have.
Trying to do the same thing on the other side. Just a game of timing, game of luck sometimes from this position now. He's getting trailed. And there's the timing and the luck.
Nice.
Does not go Purge's way. Hoop.
Oh, he's so weak,
Shuts
bro.
him down. Progress in at B. Snoopy with a double. Snoopy was
Oh, he didn't get the kill. Let's go.
maybe thought he had the kill. Dips out of it, relies on a little bit of help. The stun hits before the trophy does, but
Oh.
Snoopy continues to win fights. 11-11.
Nice.
The AR has been everything for him within this round.
Nice, let's go.
Done yet. Some gunfights you really need to win if you are Breach.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Just that one gunfight, right? Gets a little bit sloppy for Awakening. You would have had 3 on the point. Maybe round over instead. OpTic still have life in this round.
Still a lot of time, though. But a round that Breach have got to win, considering the break-off that you had and where you are in the bigger picture for this best of 5. Breach on it. Gonna have 2 dead. Mercules gonna try and play spoiler. He's able to get away with his life as well. And
Oh, nice, 3 down. We got to get him off that hill.
Just catches 2 timing. So now if you're
Let's go.
you have to try to make a play.
Don't finish the tick.
Don't finish the tick now. And Mercules in the spawn, playing his life.
Nice, Mercules. Let's go. Oh my God, Mercules, you're fucking god.
Just flips the round on its head. Mr. Takeover.
He's going crazy, bro.
Control finally falls, but that bleeds. What, 30, 40 seconds? Finally, Breach able to get out to pause the clock. It'll be Purge. Somehow, despite that stretch, it's still winnable.
It's still winnable. You just gotta win it if you're Boston. Finally.
Oh, Mercules going down. It might be the round. Yeah. Mercules is going crazy, but still got the round.
Mercules made him work for it, huh? Jeez, that kid is something. I actually can't believe they won the round after that sequence. Like, it just speaks to the advantage they had. Like, really, what does that come down to?
Yeah, 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Yes, that first point. They got the first point, but they're losing 3 people. Purge was on that within the first 10 seconds of the round and never stepped off. And he was there through the complete capture, right? So that was about as perfect a break as you can have. If that break wasn't that perfect, you lose that round. You lose that round without question. I mean, I think obviously, but like, wow. Despite the perfect break, Breach barely pushed through.
Showing signs of life, though.
They are.
Could have won round 1.
I don't know if Mercules is seeing signs of life. He's just seeing dead bodies, dude.
Everywhere.
Bodies hitting the floor as Mercules just deep in his rookie bag of tricks. Dashy the guy to stay up. Contest is through.
Oh, the stun messed him up.
Shotzi's weak as well. Now turn into 2 for Cammy. So defensive clearance there for the moment for Breach, but Mercules is still lost. It seems to be always somebody, and he's just simply not missing. 22 and 14. Yeah, no, why does it feel like every gunfight, regardless of
go for that shot too?
Why does it feel like he's always has a chance? I swear, man.
And well, now a chance again where
Oh, got first tick on A.
OpTic, you're working both points. You have players on A, players on B.
Got 2 down.
Don't know where to go. A little bit staggered. Snoopy does get on through. And well, now OpTic, they want to go towards this B point. But Snoopy trying to do what he can. Get his team back into this round, and well, he has done enough. 3 gonna go down.
Still got lives.
I mean, I think he was the playmaker in that last
We're about to have A.
We are here with the sub. Just enough to keep them in it. Lives about even, but time ticking. 50 seconds to go. OpTic need a big moment, like a 3-down type scenario. Snoopy says, nah, not yet. He's starting to really lock it in. That's a double for Snoopy now as he's out to 20 and 19.
And I like that last round, right, where he pulls out an AR, just slows the game down a little bit, right? We've seen that from some of our subs this weekend. I don't know, just get you some easier kills, maybe slows down your timings a bit. Or, you know, he's had a rough series, so yeah, just pulls out a round, starts getting some easy kills, then goes back to the sub, and maybe everything comes a little bit easier to you.
Yeah, I think nothing's easy to Shotzzy right now, unfortunately. 8 and 18, started real slow, but maybe it's his chance to pounce. The timing is here. The shots hit nothing but shed.
No.
Just not really the map for him right
he's
now.
thinking his teammate's going to help him.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Purge gets away from who. But 10 seconds now.
10 seconds, we gotta get on hill.
One-on-one rock side. That's Persian and Shotzzy. Well, there's the first. But Cammy is there for that quick trade. Can you hold the line? Hook just going to slide on through. Does get a little bit of help. Not quite done yet.
Yeah, there goes around.
Well, Breach.
Okay.
The second on the board.
Okay.
Well, that's what we talked about, Hacienda.
Boston Breach showing some resilience, and yeah, that was the one. Listen, we gotta spin some webs, sometimes spin some stories. We're trying to sell the Breach having a chance in this series. Despite the fact, listen, we think OpTic are playing sensational COD, and they were the favorite by a mile coming into this. But yes, the Haciendas were the one.
Perfect grenade.
The control gameplay has been good for Breach this weekend, and they have been a resilient bunch. You think about it, listen, they stuck together through thick and thin throughout the course of this year, through the highs, through the lows, a lot more lows than highs, but trying to end it on a high note. Well, you already ended on a high note, trying to end it on a real high note.
Yeah, both these teams had quite the roller coaster.
No, yeah. A weird year. I mean, similar years from a result standpoint, right?
Let's go, Dashy.
He's shooting in this one.
Let's go. 3 down.
Great break-off win for OpTic Texas as Dashy guns both in that top hall battle. So it's going to be instant pressure from OpTic Texas. How clean can you get out of this? And it's looking like it's going to be pretty clean. You still have 2 players there because all 4 got pushed up. This might end up punishing OpTic a little bit.
Yeah, Shotzzy's there, though. Can he get a second? Right, just then he can flank well. No, not able to do so. And that's where Breach have done a really good job, is winning that gunfight onto Shotzzy, or at least trading it. So now he can pause this clock. First trying to get active. He knows his teammates will be stuck out fences. So he's hoping to find one. Now Snoopy gonna distract. Cammy
Nice.
gonna work
Dashy with 3-piece.
but he's just not maybe buying enough time. That one for Shotzzy goes his way.
Cammy's turn to be the guy lost behind enemy lines. He knows he's got a timing in his head when the players are coming off a spawn, and he's got to worry about multiple angles. You can see he's kind of snapping around, wondering when the hit's going to come. Sub 30 seconds to go. We're going to around 5. Cammy's going to pause the clock. How long can he now survive? He's got to worry about pressure from just about everywhere.
Nice.
He's going to get swarmed out and flooded. The rest of his teammates over towards A.
Yeah, at least gets his teammates towards A, right through the middle of the map.
Nice, Dashy.
The gunfight's on the fences, but Dashy is just going to destroy Awakening there. Now you can see Merciless is dealing with 2 off a spawn, but you're just getting picked apart.
Yeah, Dashy's having a round, bro. He is not losing fights. Dashy has been remarkable in this.
Let's go.
4.
Round 5.
3 seconds to go.
No, it's going to be
I didn't know what happened for a second there.
Yeah, that thing glitched out for a second.
They hold him to 0. Yeah, as you said, OpTic get defense now in this final round, a round away from a grand final.
Well, so far it's been about the breaks, right? Because when Boston are winning the break-offs, they just seem like a different team. That time it was, the Dashy multi-kill. Sets up the OpTic to just have map control. Keep Boston in their spawn, and they just couldn't find the flow throughout that round.
Yeah, no flow at all. And you know how important that can be in control. Never get comfortable, never get to your spots. Feel like you're just in a constant game of running. It's like a running simulator. Can the breakoff be better this time, or does Dashy once again take over? A little bit of a different breakoff. This time Dashy will get silenced. Looking a little better. That's a big win there for Snoopy as well.
It's 1 HP though. And he knows where those shots are be coming in from. That's Mercury's top flat. And while you would love to do a little bit more with that multi-kill from Snoopy, I just don't know if you are.
Nope. I thought for sure that was going to turn into something more, but Mercules gets all the other kills as he's on 3 straight off the break. Slide shell doesn't work.
Let's go. Mercules is freaking him.
To be godlike in this final
Let's go. 3 down.
spree to start, and now you're layering the map and pushing it out. I think Purge tried to wrap back to help. He's going to be calling to his teammates. There's one through, but no one's looking at this. And the spree's going to continue from Hercules.
Yeah,
he's in, he's out.
He's in, he's out.
So his teammates don't look at it. Now you're about to be potentially 4 dead here. Snoopy again, the only player really to win.
Oh,
There's another double.
That's a huge,
and you're going to have 2 on the B point. Oh,
nice.
Yeah, he's real weak.
1 shot.
You've got Cammy there. That's about it. They've just done such a good job cutting off the reinforcements. Just under 40 seconds to go. Breach need one good sequence, something to get them out. They've just not been finding it. At least pausing the clock there for a moment. Get a few kills. They still can't shut down this man. 37. 37 right now for Hercules. 20 seconds to go. Winning fight after fight.
Yeah, he's just
Maybe your MVP
destroying him. Yeah, that's 3 down.
Coming off spawn outside of Awakening. He's going to get shut down. This map is looking to be toast. I don't know if anybody can get there in time.
Let's go, bro.
Gonna get on it, gonna get dropped. OpTic
Let's go, bro.
back-to-back grand finals. And well, they do it without dropping a map. Perfect 9-0 throughout the weekend. But we're gonna see still a couple of matches left to see who is gonna meet them tomorrow for a best of 9. We're not done yet today. As he said, still action to go. We'll see who will be facing him. Breach, you got to brush that one off and get ready to battle soon. But OpTic just too good in this moment. We've been waiting for it all year. Finally, it's clicking, and it's beautiful to watch. It is. They're slamming.
They're just playing as a unit. Just feels like they have a great idea of what they want to do on the map. They're doing it together. You know, when they're in these sort of messy scenarios, they were a team that just feels like they would, you know, get lost a bit, sort of lose those clutch plays instead. They're doing it all.
I want to say, like, props to Breach in a way. After the first 2 maps win, you start the fight. That map 3, it's just too late. But they looked like a team that made it to winners final, at least that map 3. The first 2, they just got slaughtered. I mean, it doesn't matter. The end result's a 3L, but maybe some positives in that final map to talk about. Look forward to another series tonight. It's just a tough one.
Yeah, no, you are wrong. And I mean, now if you're Breach, like, you're going to have to play either a Surge or a Miami. We're going to be winning multiple series in a day. And that is just not an easy thing to do.
It is not. Mercules, 39 and 25.
Dashy's almost at 5K damage.
Yeah, Dashy was shooting. I mean, that round 4, like,
those two have been disgusting.
No, they really have. They are an AR duo. And it is awesome to see. You feel like that round 4 is like, well, the round 3 is where maybe Breach started to get a little bit of confidence, start to bring it.
Oh my gosh. That was a close map back. Game 3. And we got Shoxy for the interview, bro.
Terrific as well. We've been waiting. We've been watching OpTic here to battle this weekend. And yeah, maybe it is just one weekend on the year, but it's the weekend that matters most, brother.
I mean, trying to go back-to-back rings, dude, that is
insane.
Insane.
They're close to doing it. And who knows? I mean, maybe you round it out. You still got EWC to go, too, which is a ton of cash. I mean, you somehow win those 2, bro? Like, what a freaky year that was. It'd be unbelievable. But that's going to do it here for this matchup. Still more action to come, but let's kick into plays on the main stage.
Yes, sir! Everybody make some noise for OpTic Texas! They make it back to the grand finals to defend the world championship and keep it in Texas. Shotzzy all
weekend long, you guys have been playing to damn near perfection. 3-0s after 3-0s. How does it feel to make it back to Sunday to defend that trophy you earned last year?
I mean, it feels amazing, man, especially what we've gone through as a year with me and Brandon. I'm so happy right now.
That, you know, at any point, did you ever think that you probably wouldn't make it here? It's been a tough road, and you guys have been through so much to get to this point.
Definitely been doubts, you know, obviously with us being, you know, in a race between Boston, we're making champs. But hey, ever since we got Mercules, we've been them. So, yeah, shout out Merc.
Shout out Merc indeed. And how serendipitous
Shout out
is
Merc.
this matchup, as you said, chasing Boston down to possibly even make it into champs. That was a conversation for a very long time. But on to Merc, okay? You've had a fantastic rookie season before. This is technically his rookie season, and he won't qualify for Rookie of the Year. But give him some words of how well he's played this season. How proud are you to have him on your team?
The guy is literally him. Honestly, I don't think I have anything else to say. The guy's gameplay shows itself. So, shout out Mercules. He saved the roster, and he's him.
There you go. He is him, okay? And this crowd loves them some
Yo.
Mercules. And they also love seeing you and your duo Hoop back on the stage again. The last time we saw you guys together at a COD championship was online. But how awesome would it be to be able to win that here with Hoop on land in front of this crowd?
It'd mean everything. Me and him been a duo since, you know, when he first picked me up. He took a salary cut for me, so to win chance for him, it'd be amazing. Seriously.
There you go. And lastly, I know this crowd here in this audience, okay, they want to see you guys win. Just give them a few words, and I'm gonna let you go get ready for that championship Sunday.
Everyone that showed out to Kitchener, we love you guys. Shout out to the Green Wall or any fans in general. We deadass love you guys. You guys keep the COD scene alive, and you know we wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you guys.
One more time for OpTic
Oh,
Texas,
bro.
everybody. We'll see them on Championship Sunday.
Always gracious in the win. Shotzi with another great interview. Dropping a little knowledge nugget on us that Hoop
Oh,
took
that's the
a
main
pay cut for
match I
Shotzi
wanted to
join
see.
that
So
original team. We talked about
I'm probably gonna head out. I'll be back tomorrow. Championship Sunday, right when it starts. And whoever wins next two matches, whoever's gonna be going against OpTic for the finals, it's gonna be a good match. So thank you everyone that if you did join the stream, or if you're gonna see this as a YouTube video, thank you for checking it out. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a great night. Have a good one.
No way. That is crazy.